Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the respected dignitaries, distinguished speakers, honorable participants, and the loving audience, and all beautiful people present here from all around the globe. I, Miss Nada Ratkovic, IIU Board Member, Country Director, IIU Croatia, the President of Research Center IIU, and Global Educators Forum Advisor Member, welcome you all to today's international webinar on topic Immersive Learning with VR and AR. The number 10th event of the Global Educators Forum this year, the event for all the educators around the globe, jointly organized by Global Education Forums, International Internship University, the Policy Times, and World Education Council. I'm pleased and honored to present our organizers. Global Educators Forum has been formed to promote United Nations 2030 Agenda, Sdg Goal 4, which is about quality education. And we know that is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. The SDG 4 has 10 targets which are measured by 11 indicators. The 7th outcome-oriented targets are free primary and secondary education, equal access to quality pre-primary education, affordable technical, vocational, and higher education, increased number of people with relevant skills for financial success, elimination of discrimination in education, universal literacy and numeracy, and education for sustainable development and global citizenship. Also, we have to save the schools and expand higher education scholarships for developing countries and increasing the supply of qualified teachers in developing countries. Our great Professor Pradipta Mandal is the founder of Global Educators Forum, GEF. He is an amazing professor, a great person, and has an electronics and telecommunication engineer. He's working in the MTech in electronics and communication engineering. A big experience, 17 years teaching in AI CTE approved degree engineering institute. Professor Pradipta is a multiplied global award winner, educator, and social activist, and he is touching the 35 plus national and international organizations. You see, today we have a famous webinar. He organized this. He brings the eminent speakers and a very, very important topic and a special field. And for the first time here today in India. Second organizer is International Internship University, IIU. IIU is a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well-reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality training programs and is committed to provide better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional costs and providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internships to their e-learners across the globe with the help of its 1,000 plus global educators. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries, 6 continents, under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades who is providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. The sky is the limit for his dedication and hard work. Heads of his dedication and hard work. IIU has formed its four councils, namely Women Entrepreneurs Council, International Student Development Council, International Youth Development Council, International Councils of Education. Also, IIU has the big IIU Research Center. The main objectives behind the councils and the center is to provide a support in every respect to the students, to the youth, to the women entrepreneurs, to the educators, to the science, to the researchers, to the innovators. Here today in India, we have a big festival. It is a holiday. The founder, Sir Piyush Pandit, cannot be here, but from the IIU side, we have Miss Corina Sujdea, the Vice Chancellor of IIU. She is an experienced educationist from Romania. She is dedicated and hardworking, well-known teacher on all the continents of the world due to her involvement in numerous international educational projects, scientific, social, artistic, cultural, voluntary, charitable, across the last 24 years. She is very qualified in Roman language, in math and science, in civics, history, geography, art, psychology, and pedagogy. She has been awarded with honorary doctorate by IIU for her commendable work in the field of education. Her nature, she loves nature and she desires, she's working for peace for the children. And she is also known as a keynote speaker devoted to herself, to the betterment of society, and she has, as I said, received many awards. I mentioned the councils of IIU. She is leading the International Student Development Council. Now, at IIU is preparing the biggest interactive exchange program called BICUP, and the students have an opportunity to visit India. Not only India, India is the first. So another countries are coming also after India. That is so great. So you can be the change also with IIU. Our third great organizer is World Education Council, WEO, is a confederation to achieve global collaboration in education, leveraging digitalization, and to achieve basic building blocks, access, capacity, equity, quality education. The Council aims to outline practical action plans to achieve extraordinary innovation, creative diversity, and collective empathy. The Policy Time is the world's first media on policy and development journalism and a strategic and practical alliance of policy and business experts for policy and business connect, leading to prosperity through news, through articles, through writing, through practical networking, through the events, through the business intelligence, through the research and policy advocacy. Sir Mr. Akram Hock is the founder, the editor of the Policy Times, and the director of the General World Education Council. His long association with India, top business forums, FICC and CHI has not only provide him the opportunity to forge close ties with the business community, but also guided them to invest in overseas economic ventures. Great organizers, thank you. Thank you, our great organizers, for this great event. So let's talk a little about our topic. We have a very interesting topic, a very important topic. Immersive learning on VR and AR. What is VR? Virtual reality. AR, augmented reality. So how will virtual reality change the world? And what the immersive technology is putting. The technology is putting the users in someone's, I can say, shoes and goes above and beyond. You know, it allows viewers to see directly through the eyes of a real or imagined subject, and more specifically, VR can create an embodied cognition. AR and VR technology today allows for the multi-sensory and multimodal learning and is bringing together visual, auditory, kinesthetic, tactile elements in a fully immersive experience. You know, today many studies are made, and that is making an interactive and communicative. What it means? It means it is enable to students to stay focused and to include it in effective learning experience. This is also helping them to understand the concepts about the better manner and to implement their learning efficiently. So in education, we are talking about education. This VR, this virtual reality can improve education, can provide to the students experience, and that are the memorable and immersive experience. So, what are the most important benefits of using VR? What are an examples of virtual reality in every day where you can use this, not only in education, automotive industry, healthcare, tourism, architecture, gaming, and we have a lot of different types. So we are talking about the immersive. We have non-immersive, fully immersive, semi-immersive, augmented reality, and collaborative VR, and how it will be presented today. Today, our great, eminent guests, experts, speakers, they will show us their skills. They will show us and side us it through storytelling, through imagination, through improving. And we will see the examples of VR, AR, what is new, what is happening today, uh, and what is impressing us. So we have a great topic. What technology do? What is primarily to the immersive tech? So our spoken, our digital transformation, our new digital age, our new digital era. Today will be highlighting with the necessity, urgency, what the companies need to do, what we need to transform. So we can say, maybe we can sit back and watch. It is easiest to say back to the future. So this webinar today will include with our experts together highlight the applications also of immersive technology for each one domain. And they, our great speakers, will briefly mention all the news, all the avenues, all the disruption for the technology. So today, these topics will cover all, and we will see the benefits of using immersive training, how it is controlling us human, what is the design, and I talk already a lot. So let's learn together the benefits of using immersive learning with AR, VR, with our eminent global guests and speaker. Today, explore the diverse and be and gain the international experience, the skills and knowledge. Each eminent speaker expert will share his insights about the immersive learning on AR and VR on the different topics in the different fields. And we are ready. We are ready. And please be ready today to be part of today's conference because you will learn a lot. Our great eminent speakers will share their knowledge. So Today, me, Nada Ratkovic, is the master of the ceremony moderator, and I am today. Yes, I need to say one more thing before we start. In Global Educators Forum, we have also today birthday. Our great ambassador, Dr. Joe, is celebrating birthday. So on this way, we want to wish our Dr. Ambassador Joe a happy and blessed birthday. So now comes that time for why we are here for our first eminent expert and speaker. He is well known. He's well known around the globe. He is Professor Samir Mukherjee. He's a founder and CEO of IVRFF. What it means? He is a founder and CEO of International Virtual Reality Film Festival. Yes, he's a founder, he's a mentor, he's a VR, IAR academician, a chief, and he's designing all that. So let me introduce a little this before our great professor start. He has the VRAR Academia. That academia is dedicated to transform the content, how the content will be delivered and consumed globally, and how to create experts and trainers on the VR and AR who can integrate VR, AR in education, in news, in media, in engineering, and in various industry. So we strongly believed that this today dissemination and that our great professor will show how he works on his academia, how he is organizing his festival, and it will be this is really very important for the teachers, for the educators, for the equipment. How can we improve that in our classroom? Professor Dr. Samir Mukherjee, welcome. The IIU stage is yours. Please enlighten us with your speech and presentation. We are really honored to have you today here.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Nada, and thank you, everyone. There is a small mistake from my part. I thought that there will be students, but here all are stalwarts. So
Professor Samir, we are here speakers, and yes, we are here on the platform.
yeah. We do not have a
But on
single
the
students.
Facebook, on Facebook, everyone can join us. So we are in live.
Yeah, that I understand, but unfortunately, my presentation is absolutely for the students or who want to do.
Students. We are students. We
Oh,
today are learning from you. We are your students.
Oh no, I can't believe this.
Yes, we are students.
Okay, so let me search my presentations. Today is 31st.
And then is heard no more.
Just for a minute, I'm really sorry. We are just checking these things, audio checking.
Don't worry, Professor Samir, it is great, okay? The sound is not coming now.
Okay, no problem at all. Let me go like this way. Yep. Once again, thank you so very much to allow me for eating, in front of so many big people with this this AR/VR and all this. Because of why I'm telling you AR/VR and these things, I'm using this AR/VR arena for last probably 8-9 years. So it is not at all a very high level of technological things for me. But in any case, let's come to a conclusion that exactly why I'm here, why this mistake of today's. And I was told that there will be so many students and so many people. So that is the reason I prepare that documentations. This documentation is from initial stage to, I will take you to a kind of a high. So that was my intention, that the intention of the entire course is that the development trend, the restrictive uh, part of the AR/VR, and the different opportunities available in the global virtual reality field. Okay. And for that only, not only that immersive learning in VR AR in the institution, but also we have to understand that exactly how to go about it. That is the reason we are just lagging behind. We are seriously lagging behind with the global standard, not only global standard, but also some Asiatic country also. We are seriously lagging behind. So that is the major issue. We seriously want to search. We seriously want all the important and stalwarts of this particular subject help us how to start this in our country. So why now I'm really I'm feeling uncanny because of from what is virtual reality I'm starting these things. But still, it's pretty interesting. You know, what do you mean by virtual reality? This is not a statement or not a definition in Google. Okay, this is my own definition. I'm trying my best always to make it very simple. Very complicated subject. How to uh, how to tell these things to the students in a very simple way. So I'm just giving this idea that it's a uh, basically computer generated environment. It should be a 360 3D world, which you can experience. That's it. Simple. And trust me, everything is there in this. So this is the first part of it, that what is virtual reality. Now come to the second one, the augmented reality. What is augmented reality? That's also pretty interesting. You know, it is the you know, real world, means this world with virtual reality. You can use different sensory modalities. Different kind of sensory modalities are available at this moment. We can use our five sense organ in the equipments, in the machines. Okay, but this is nothing but these two: the real world with virtual reality. Don't you think it's very easy? This is called augmented reality. Now I'm going to the mixed reality, you know, MR. In fact, people are saying these things also, X reality, XR. XR also the same thing, you know, very simplified way. Because of all our very senior people here, I seriously don't want to derive the definitions or give the definitions. I'm making it fast. And wherever you want, I can clarify a little bit, okay? So X reality is nothing but a very simple thing. Again, simple. I'm using till this time. This is very simple thing. It's a fusion of AR and VR. Clear? So the first one is nothing but a computer generated 360 3D part of it. The second one is the real world, and along with that virtual world. Third one is the fusion of AR and VR. So this is called X reality. Now, I'm telling you another very new thing. This is also include in the emerging technology, education, and all this, that probably everybody knows this thing. That's metaverse. Okay, what is that? Is a combination of virtual reality. Okay, in Web3, we are still in Web2. So in Web3, in 5G, okay, and only thing is that only extra part of it is that your author can work on behalf of you. Like your author can go to the shopping mall, can buy your material. Your author can go to the bank, can withdraw money and all this. So this is the metaverse. I am explaining better. I'm explaining little bit of metaverse part here. Probably it will be better for these scholars and all this. As we do not have the students, we can make a little bit of topsy-turvy of my entire these things, presentations. Now, what is metaverse? Okay, it's again a very pretty interesting, very simplified way. And probably you never heard this simplified, because of when he, means Mark Zuckerberg, explained these things to the world that Meta is coming. I will take another 2 years, means it will come in 24. So we thought that, oh my God, it will be what? But trust me, we have so many programs in metaverse. Just 2 days back also, we got a program in Dubai. We are just launching our film market in Dubai in metaverse. Okay, that's true metaverse. Okay, so let's come to this metaverse. Exactly what is that? It's a kind of a 3-prong concept. 3 different technology will be there. What is that 3 technology? The first one, let me go to the slide. Yeah. 3 technologies what? The first one is that AR, VR, MR, XR, that IL, AI, ML, and everything. One thing you just keep in your mind that, see, first there was VR, then VR, tech, AR, then MR, then I'm telling you metaverse. And now so many things is connected. Everything is connected with each other. So the first prong is what? That AR, VR, MR, XR, and all these things, the, what's this called? The emerging it is require Web3 to make the dynamic atmosphere. And the second part is the NFT. This is the second one. It is not the third one. This is the second one. Now, what is NFT? That's again a very, very complicated. Yes, we have hard NFT, but I do not know what is NFT and all this. NFT is a very interesting concept. It will change the world. There will be a huge metamorphosis with this NFT and blockchain. Okay, so NFT means non-fungible token. It's a very simple thing. It's not at all a complicated non-fungible token. So first thing, let's deduct token. You know what is the meaning of token? Everybody knows these things. What is token? So token means instead of that, you can get something. Like in our metro, we are giving the token and can get a ticket. In other places also, we can use this token. In the bank also, we are taking that token first and go to the counter. So that's the concept. Then the first part is what? The token, I'm just omitted the token. Now I have what? Non-fungible. This is little complicated. What is non-fungible? This is very new things to me. Again, just make it simple. Replace the fungible word with replace. So this is a non-replaceable token. How you like it? Don't you think it's a very simplified way that non-replaceable token means I'm giving you a token, that token you cannot replace with anything. I hope this particular part is clear. Now, how you buy all these things, with the NFT, you have to buy through a different process. That's also a very new concept. What is that process name? The process name is blockchain. Again, why blockchain? That is, again, a very interesting thing, People are thinking globally that I will buy something that will be with me, but it will be globally with me. Like some costly jewelry, it is costly, very costly in India. It may not be so costly in Switzerland. So if you want to sell that particular jewelry in Switzerland, you can't. So the entire part is in the blockchain, everything will be there. The owner, the price, and whenever you want to sell it, and if it is sold at all, and all these things, all the information throughout the globe. What is this? Basically, how it comes in this blockchain part, how we got these ideas, Basically, our systems, our payment systems is a very, very centralized. How it is centralized? Like a bank, and there is a kind of a payment gateway. I'm just making everything very, very simple and very fast. Okay, so you can use these things that your bank, and after that as a payment gateway. After that, you want to pay something to some merchandise. Okay, so they will check it from your bank, and your bank will give indications to that payment gateway. Yes, pay that gentleman because of he got enough resources or something. If it is at all, if I want to do this kind of things, like something I want to buy now, and from other country, if I want to use my Indian credit card to that country, is it possible? It is not possible. They will say, sorry, we will not accept that kind of card and all this. So the entire payment gateway is started a very new concept. It's called decentralized payment system. What is that decentralized payment system? That everybody, means every banker will have this data. That's the interesting part of it. So wherever you go, you can use that thing, and your data is fixed. You cannot change it anywhere, anytime. Never you can change it. If something got $100 million, it will be $100 million throughout your life. You cannot change, nobody can change. So this is the facilities of decentralized payment systems, and that is called blockchain, basically the blockchain concepts and all this. And the last part is that the virtual reality embodiment, which we use other name, that avatar. Probably you know it well and all this. This is just, I told you that 3 days back, we people was in Dubai and discussing about the film market. This is my avatar. You can see that, Samir, and you can see here my photographs also. If I want to start these things, 3 people are from 3 countries. He's from Dubai, he's from US, I'm from India. So we are just doing a meeting, and it's absolutely clean meeting. You can see that how comfortable we are. So this is the future. You cannot stop it. again, I'm coming from the beginning. So it is a combination of everything, AR, VR, MR, XR, XL, MI, and simultaneously the blockchain, NFT, and all these new terms also. Now I'm coming to the normal VR once again. Okay. So if I ask you that what is the filmmaking? As we are doing these things, that we are film or the competitions for VR film, I'm just asking these simple questions. If anybody knows what is the filmmaking, I think filmmaking is this, that take picture and edit it and watch it. This is so simple, isn't it? You are taking this kind of picture every day. That's also your film. Suppose you are somewhere and there is some program is going on. You can take the entire video, can come home and can watch it. So, and if you want to put a little light, little contrast or something, possible, no? So the basic concept is shoot it, edit it, and watch it. I think it's clear, very simple. Now, what is a VR film? That's the interesting part of it. That's very, very conceptual. It is stitch it, ingest it, and experience it. Instead of shoot it, you have to stitch it. Why stitch it? I told you when I explaining VR at the first slide that it is a 360. So if it is a 360, that means what? It is like this, a kind of a sphere. We do not have in the world at this moment, we do not have any lens which can take care of entire 360 in a single go. So what they're doing, we have minimum two lenses, two 180 lenses. So we have two picture of 180 degree. So what I had to do? Else, when I want to run it, so one picture will go, another picture will go behind that first picture. So we had to stitch it. Then it will go synchronizedly. So you have to do the stitch it. Not only the shoot. Shoot is very simple. You do not have any accessories. You have to just switch on, it will shoot. But you have to stitch it. You have to understand how to stitch it. Then ingest it. You will take so many frames. 360 picture, how it is clubbed together, you have to ingest it. Afterwards, what you will do? You will experience it. That's it. Simple. Simple VR film. Now, what I'll do, I will discuss little bit of, I'll try my best to make it very fast. So I'll discuss about camera, I'll discuss about the camera positioning, I'll discuss about light, I will discuss about sound, and probably that, what is that? Copyright. You can ask me that, why copyright? That's one of the very, very important part in this VR film and all this, okay? I personally feel that in VR, the most important part is VR storytelling. Why I'm telling you? Because of, if you see our cinematographic history, filmmaking history is more or less 110 years old. Our VR filmmaking in history is maybe 10 years old. We do not have the entire technology, or the filmmaker do not have the complete concepts at this moment. So the storytelling is absolutely wrong, absolutely bad. And if you can Google, you just try in the night that how to make a VR story. You can Google it, you will not get a single thing. And it is probably last 20 years, people are doing these things. It is pretty unfortunately will not get that storytelling concepts, but this is one of the most important part of VR cinema. Then second thing is the VR programming part of it. This is all special cases. You have to do a very proper way, the entire part Reiki. Reiki is also a very, very new concept for VR. Otherwise you cannot make it. Sound design is one of the most important, most tedious, and most new job. It's not like what sound we have already till date, even if it is a Dolby Digital or if it is a 3D audio or something, it is not the same thing. Another part is it's a very new concept, that transmedia storytelling. What do you mean by transmedia storytelling? Do anybody have this idea? I'll just tell you, what is the transmedia storytelling? When Mrs. Rowling writing her book, Harry Potter, what was her intention? It will be a good movie, isn't it? No, no, no. It will be a good book, good popular book. No, it will be a good big museum. It will be most probably a play store. What exactly? This concept of storytelling nowadays called just as transmedia storytelling, which is absolutely applicable in this VR storytelling. Transmedia storytelling is not teaching in many universities. There is a single university in the world at this moment, as far as my knowledge goes. That university name is also University of New South Wales. They got their these things, the course, transmedia storytelling. So it is not very simple. The way I'm putting and so fast that it is very simple. No, not yet. Because of I did transmedia storytelling part course and all this. I know how to make a VR storytelling, VR programming. For VR programming, you have to spend at least 5 years to time consuming, or it is a collaborative concepts. Now, still I have some more thing. I do not know you people are bored or not. We can discuss a little bit of modeling and texturing, scanning of data acquisitions, character concepts, and 3D modeling. And what is this? Again, I can't. Simulations. So this is the more or less the entire part of it. Probably we have to be very fast to make these things complete. So to give you a little bit of relief, I'm just giving you a very small clip. You can understand 2-3 things. One, what is digital image? What is digital clone? What is digital twin? How accurate is this? People are using so many things, no? So you can watch this and you can understand. Can you hear the sound?
No,
Tomorrow.
no, no.
And tomorrow.
Yes,
Sound
yes,
is not coming.
And
yes.
tomorrow. Creeps at this petty pace.
See the
From day
expression.
to day.
Expression
To
of
the
this
last
gentleman.
syllable of recorded time.
Very minutely.
And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out. Out! Brief candle. shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Now see.
Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in
Maybe
this
1% deviation.
petty pace. From day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays, lighted fools, the way to dusty death. Out. Out! Brief candle! Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Tell me, what do you get out of it? Why copyright? Now you understand. If I can make with that Andy's picture onto that beast, I can take the beast experience, all these things, to Andy also. So we'll discuss why copyright is one of the very, very essential part of it. Now let's come to that VR camera. But all these things I have all, a kind of a question answer and all this. It's more or less fun and all, but I do not know how you like it and all this. So basically, what kind of VR camera? What is the VR camera? Do you have any idea? It should be 360. So it should be a 360 camera, isn't it?
Can I
It is
ask one
not.
question?
Yeah.
Why we can't buy this camera? Why it is a problem on the trade with getting this camera of 360?
It is, I don't think that it is a kind of a problem or anything. See, it is little complicated. Let me finish the entire part of it. Then you can understand exactly that where we are just mistaken. It is not a 360 film, or it is not at all a VR film, what you people are saying in general, So basically, the first mistake is that 360. It is not a 360. The VR film is basically CPA lens. The next part is that it is a 3D. Of course, it is a 3D. It is not a 3D. It is a VRML. So everywhere there is a mistake. Then it is immersive. It is not at all immersive. It is an interactive one. Okay. So, everything is, we have a very wrong notion of the entire part of it. It is not 360, it is not 3D, it is not immersive. So if somebody watch a 3D movie, say that I just watch that VR movie. It's not VR movie. It is a 3D movie. So these things, let me explain you a little bit. Three-D video. What is 3D video? A video which is 2D. We just put another dimension, which is called depth. Okay. So 3D video got a very limited viewpoint. What kind, how you check that it is a 3D video? If you look back, you will see a very huge white light that is from the projector. So this is not a 360 even. So this is the major characteristic of 3D video. And this is also VFX. Very interestingly, it is also very, very high level of VFX. So VFX with this high depth of field, people are saying that this is a VR film. This is not a VR film. Now, if it is a 360 film, 360 film, what is the different, these things? You know, it's got a different direction. It is 360. Any day, any side, if you look at, you will see that picture is there. Okay, so this is 360, but you cannot move it. If you move your head, you will see the same picture. You cannot move it. But if it is a VR one, if you move, if you nod your head, it will go along with you. So the picture and your head, your eyes are synchronized to each other. Immersive spectators, that's also like VFX spectators. The spectators or all the audience will think that, okay, it's very, very immersive. Now I'm going to the VR part of it. Okay, that it is basically you can do the mobility and the navigation. I hope you understand. That was not there in the rest of the two. Second thing is interaction and the control with the environment. And third one is active spectators. That is the most important part of it. What do you mean by active spectators? You can be with your protagonist, with the main character and all this. You can go ahead with this. Now, what kind of camera? I'm just showing you some cameras, different kind of cameras. Okay. This is RAID camera. RAID camera is using for filmmaking in VR, probably in crore the cost. Okay. This is the little bit lower cost Realtek, maybe within 50 lakhs kind of. So that's also for making film, VR film. This is a GoPro array, you know, you can buy all these things, the entire array and entire GoPro part of it. And people are using these things basically in the drone and other things. Kodak, this camera is 360 camera, but underwater camera. This is gyro. This is absolutely for the plane, for the flight, for the helicopter and all this. This is Hyper VR, is a very small camera and VR camera, and for very special kind of cases and all this. Junt is very near to my heart. It's a very beautiful camera, very easy to handle and all this. Unfortunately, or probably we do not have a single camera of Junt here in India. Sometimes some people in Chennai are bringing that from outside, and my suggestions to the new students and new people who seriously want to do something, go for GoPro Fusion. It is a very low cost, very low cost item, and probably Fusion have stopped already by GoPro. They got GoPro Max. So you can use that GoPro. Else other camera is very professional. You cannot, means it is not prudent to buy. This is the, where to put your camera, how to put your camera, how to take the picture and all this, camera positioning and all. This is again a very interesting thing. So whenever I'm putting this kind of small plugins, kind of, that a 7-minute, basically we are making 6, 7, 8 minutes film. A 7 minutes of VR film will cost, require 1 gig of storage. And to handle 1 gig of storage is a huge task, a very, very huge task. Let's play another game. It's called positioning game, where to put the camera. So I am giving you the first part is that where to, if it is a normal cinematography, where to put the camera. So we use these things, block third, and put our camera. This is your protagonist, and this is your camera. If you are got your secondary protagonist, he or she will be there, and you can use another camera or you can pan it. This is the way. This is the more or less the camera positioning of the normal feature film. Okay. So now what will be the these things, VR filmmaking. That is the interesting part. Again, same thing, 2 coordinate, 3 space. We have to have another 2 coordinate. So we have 9 different kind of small space. Where to put the protagonist? Any idea? Anybody can give any answer? Where to put the protagonist now? Like, is there anyone want to?
In the middle.
In the middle. So I'm locking your ideas, okay? Here will be your protagonist. It is like a theater model. It is not like a cinema model. Okay? Where will be your secondary protagonist? There, in a corner. But unfortunately here, you cannot put any light. It will come to the picture. So you have to put the focus light on top of that gentleman, the secondary protagonist, and the secondary protagonist people can see. Again, like in the theater. In the theater, the main protagonist is in front of you in the stage, and the secondary guy is, in the back, and on top of him, there is a spotlight, and you can understand, oh, acha, he is talking, kind of. So where will be the camera? In the middle. Done? So where will be the audience? Is the major important question. I already told at least 3-4 times in 3-4 different slides. So of course the protagonist and all these are in the front. So this is the audience, isn't it? Audience will be like that. Anywhere audience can go. Like it? So you can understand how to make, at least the positioning part of a VR camera and VR people, means your artist and other people, and how to watch it. Watch is absolutely from anywhere, and your protagonist will be absolutely in front, like a theater. Your anti-protagonist or the secondary protagonist will be absolutely in the other part of it. You have to put light or something, camera will be in the middle. Clear? Can I go? Any question?
Yes, why in this corner? Why not in another corner? We have
Any corner, any corner,
okay, clear.
any corner, but
Okay,
not in front.
okay.
Not in front because of you do not have any tools. Clear?
Yes, yes.
So this is different light, that there should be a spherical light. That's also I told you. Basically, we prefer that aerial light or a chroma screen. Chroma screen is much better option to take care of this kind of film, or this aerial light is one of the very interesting point. I told you that sound is very, very complicated here. It is not 3D, it is not Dolby, it is not stereo or something, okay? It's called spatial sound. Spatial means S-P-E-C-I-A-L, not that. S-P-E-T-I-A-L, spatial sound. It's called it's for VR things is required, basically, how is that? I'm just giving you the concepts. This is a three-dimensional microphone. So what is the special sound? Basic concept is what? It will go along with you. So if you are in the audience, it is a mono sound you can listen. If the organizer make it little wide, it is a stereo sound. You can listen that. One instrument is coming from one side, another singer is singing from another side. It is called stereo. Afterwards, the three-dimensional. You can remember, we have a very, I think Nada and other people do not know, we got a very, very old and very famous film. It's called Sholay. There is our one of the very prudent actor, Amitabh Bachchan, is throwing a coin. This coin is going with the these things floor and giving the sound from one side to another side. This is called surround sound. So the entire theater will be the sound. But in VR, what will be the things? Wherever you go, sound. Expect that what we are using, that soundscape is little difficult in VR sound because of, like, if I am absolutely in the corner of a room, the sound should be there. If I am in the other corner, sound should be there, but not in this corner. The way we are listening actual sound. Is it clear? Sometimes I'm thinking that this is, can you remember, Andy? This is Andy's digital image. So how we make this digital image? It's mesh in his face. Now you can see, no? So all this mesh, we can change it. This way, it is a very, very tedious job. How we make this expression, because of, every square we can change. Every square is a kind of a unit for us. So we can make a huge program for his expression. Else, this is his digital image. And this way we scan the entire picture. Okay. So entire picture, we have to do the first scanning, then meshing, then we'll do the programming and you will get the actual picture. This is a funny question. One is digital, another is scanned, another is normal picture taken by camera. Can anybody tell me that exactly what is what? Because of it's a different kind of audience. I do not know that in Zoom it is possible or not. But let me give you the answer. No, all three is digital image. Now you understand, no? That what is the requirement of a digital image in VR. Now I'm just coming at the end. Probably, yes, I cut some slides. So the copyright. I told you, I already showed you that why copyright is important. With the Andy, you can understand, oh my God, they can do anything. Okay. See, we can seriously make the avatar absolutely like you. But again, there is a clause. That is the reason we cannot. So this is the copyright part of it. One, in Andy, I already showed you that we can do whatever we want. Now I'm showing you another very interesting educational part of it. Why copyright? This is probably everybody's question that in this VR film, why this copyright part of it? This is basically the, the dictionary meaning of copyright. Now, if we explore the entire part of it, you will get these definitions. Okay, that's the interesting part of the copyright is that the very importantly, just 1 minute. Now you got the meaning of this. So two things are there. One is the idea, another is the expression. These two is required, not the expression, not only the idea. Both the things are required for copywriting. So the film idea, you can copyright, it is not. Simultaneously, you have to connect the expression, connect it, means rather merge it, and this will be your copyright part of it. Now I'm giving you another example, then you can understand that exactly what I want to tell you. You can go to France, can take picture, and can put it in your thesis, can put it in your storybook and all this, and can write something about Paris, and can do these things. Is there any crime or copyright violation? Anybody can tell me? My answer is no. You can use it. No problem at all. Again, this is another picture. Can you take this picture and put it in your thesis or put it in your book or anything?
No.
And do you this also? You will not violating these things. No. For this right-hand side one, you are violating copyright law because of the left-hand side one is the idea. It's in the daylight, and
That
this
is
is
expression.
yeah, and the expression is by the Philips company. They put the light and they make it a different dimension. So this is just the idea and this is the expression. I hope it is clear now. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, giving me the chance to eeping for at least probably 30 minutes. And you got enough patience to hear about my award and all this. I'm so happy. And thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, dear respected professor. You gave me a very, very hard task to learn. An excellent session, very insightful, very descriptive session, and a session for thinking, for deep thinking, and for thinking about. So, you introduce first the difference between the virtual reality. You tell us that that is a stimulated environment and it is created by the virtual 360 3D world. Then what is AR? What is AR? What kind of an that is an interactive experience, and you show it through the real world environment, including all the objects, visual, auditory. Then um, we have a discussion on this trend. For us, really, I can say we are interested, but we really need to learn a lot, to develop a lot. You will show us all that factors, opportunities in this global. For the X reality, you defined it for us, gave us a form, how to make this, how to mix it, how can we reach it? Then again, we cannot talk about this if we don't mention the metaverse, because the metaverse is that that kind of open space, you say. And for us, for some versions can be different. I like the part when you explain us each one: emergency technology, AR, VR, MR, XR, Internet of Things, the Web3, like a second part. Then the blockchain, the virtual reality. We see you sitting there. Then the difference between the movie, because we really don't know. I didn't know the difference between this big difference between the VR and the movie, and what how can we make the professional shoots, how it is doing. So I adore this because this is a storytelling. Today we have our great Professor Ranchana. She likes the storytelling, and everything we do today is like a story, and this VR story, the programming, the how is the sound designed by VR film, so how to animate it through the modeling, through the simulation, what kind of creation, what is the difference? I'm honest, I didn't remember all, but I remember a lot of data, lot of things, but I remember that you explain us through the 3D video, the view, then the degree when we are talking about 360 immersive video, that cannot move. That is important with that all specters, the VR video. Then what kind of camera we can buy, what can we use, how can we create something in 7 minutes. And I like the thing when we will play, let's play to positions where we need to put the camera, where is the audience. The audience is all around us. What kind of sound, here I write one word, the serial sound, the meshes, the modelings, and about the copyright. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed, and can't wait to listen a new lecture from this. Thank you. Thank you very much, uh, dear respected professor, for this amazing, I can say, the amazing complete lecture, because it was a 1 hour lecture. And I'm hope, please, the audience, our watchers on Facebook, write the questions, and at the end, our dear Professor Sammer will give the answers on your questions. Thank you. Big, big clap for Professor Samir.
Thank you so very much. You are
I'm
not
like,
only,
so you see, am I a good student today?
yeah, that I want to tell you that you are not only a good moderator, but also a good student. Oh my God. You can remember the entire thing.
I can
I
remember
love it.
everything,
I love it. Yeah.
Yes.
Good student.
I can
Seriously good
remember
student.
everything very fast, so I'm a very
Yeah,
quickly learner. Okay, thank you.
great.
Thank you, really,
Thank
because
you very much.
really our audience I'm watching on the Facebook, all impressions, they are really impressive with the session. So you put here today a big criteria, big level. So let's continue with the session. Thank you very much. At the end, we can also make questions and answers. But we will move forward to our next speaker. Our next speaker is coming from the Bangladesh, Dr. Shaikh Muhammad Al-Ajir, a professor and a HOD multimedia and creative technology maker from Daffodil International University, CTO, Spiral World Ltd, Director, Smart Data Science Center from the Bangladesh. Welcome, dear respected Dr. Shaikh. The IIU stage is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, and a very good evening. And I
Did
was
you
very much,
listen, Professor Samir? Very.
of course, I was a student on this moment, and it is very,
It's too much.
I'm very much impressed to see his presentation.
Yes.
And by that time, I already changed my total topics. So
By the way.
yeah, so can I share
Yes,
my
yes,
part?
you can share.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Is it visible?
Yes, great. Great.
Okay. Today already Professor Shami explained everything about AR, VR, metaverse, and also that is very much relevant with our today's topics, uh, immersive learning, AR and VR. But my part is that I already changed my mindset that I want to talk little bit different. Immersive learning, before that, already we in my screen, that is fourth industrial revolution. We know what is fourth industrial revolution, but I don't want to prolong my speech in this part. But for this fourth industrial revolution, for the technology revolution, we are moving actually this stage. Technology, information, but now this moment, I feel the technology with the visual information. Let me explain it. Like if we think the technology like big data, machine learning, data science, IoT, robotics, something like this, but multimedia is very important uh, for this fourth industrial revolution. Like in my left part, that is the total skeleton. There's thing in our here all is speaker. Uh, we are watching them like their skeleton, but we cannot. We don't understand who is Professor Sami and who is our moderator, like this. But in the right part, if we see this image, then we can understand, yes, this is Professor Sami and he's very cool guy. And other we can see, yes, this is um our moderator, like this. So not only this, we can understand their lifestyle, their culture, their origin, and everything. So the thing is, now these days, actually, we are in visual information part, and that's why multimedia is very important thing for the visual information. And as well as for the improvement of immersive learning is multimedia very important thing. And the next is the imagination. I want to go another part. Imagination. This is our life. Here we can see this picture. The eyes was closed with the ribbon, but in front of his nose, if we give the lemon, he can say, yes, this is lemon. And how? He is not seeing this lemon, but he can understand, yes, this is the lemon, because the smell. Where it get that smell? From his childhood, many times he ate lemon, he see the lemon in the tree, he read in the book, L for lemon, etc., etc., etc. That I want to say this, that we, the people, actually preserve the data in our brain or mind, something like that is totally image. But if we move back like 10 years ago, the technology was not like that impressed. So on that moment, our information, our like something like text, some kind of image and video. But now technology is developed so much, and that's why current at this moment we are thinking about augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, as well as also metaverse. And that's why our total thinking, total information, and total lifestyle already changed. And it demands, now this moment is demands quality education, lifelong learning. Already many job sectors already created, education policy is changing. But beside this, we need to change our mindset also. Today, I want to talk about this part. And why? Look, this is the image. What is immersive learning? I don't want to say everybody know what is immersive learning, but I want to share my childhood part, my childhood memory. When I was children, we have a topic, uh, an essay like the cow. I was reading on that moment, the cow is a domestic animal, the cow is a domestic animal, the cow is a domestic animal, because everything was in text. Okay, my mindset is I have to read it, and I have to read it, and after that, when my exam is coming, I have to write it. And suddenly my mom is said, you already told many times the cow is domestic animal, the cow is domestic animal. What is the next? And then I start again. It has 4 legs, it has 4 legs, it has 4 legs. But now this current moment, you already see the immersive learning with the VR, say a VR technology or augmented reality technology. The children can see the cow, and he can understand and what is cow and everything, and after that he can learn easily. So at this current moment, my submission is this is the right time we can move in immersive learning platform. But my opinion is immersive learning is the way, the path, and the technology like VR, AR, and that Professor Samir already told, the metaverse is something like vehicle. So if immersive learning is the way, the path, the route, with the vehicle like VR and AR and metaverse, using this technology, we have to move forward. Immersive learning is connected with our multimedia, with our life. If we think our brain, everybody know in our brain we have two parts, left and right. In left part is for the logic, mathematical equation, comparison like this. And in the right part, there is art, culture, color. We can take this smell, we can feel, like the total combination is a human being. So immersive learning is the platform, that give the combined taste of two brains and works the two brains. Students or anybody can using this technology, they can move with the logic, with programming infrastructure. Beside this, they can feel the taste, like environment, like aesthetic scenes and fine arts and everything. And they can feel the real life environment. So in this part, I want to say that if we see the immersive learning, when we are going to work at this platform, when we think to develop this platform for our uh, um, education part, for our students, like it could be a virtual classroom, for example, virtual classroom. If we say the virtual classroom, and then let's think the physical classroom. The physical classroom, student can interact with his teacher or her teacher. He can talk, can feel his others friends and everything. So in our virtual classroom, can we make that environment? Is it possible? Like before, like 5 years ago, it was a dream, but now this moment, because of this technology, yes, this is possible. I want to focus here the to develop the if we um think about the immersive learning platform using VR and AR, uh, we should think about the technology that already Professor Samir explained his presentation briefly. Beside this, we need to think the aesthetic art, fine arts, music, tactile, emotions, life, real life and experiences. We should know about the human life, human psychology, their lifestyle and everything. And that's why uh, I also propose that our department, I want to share, uh, we are working with augmented reality and virtual reality development. And also recently we move on the metaverse research. And our in I want to share some subjects that is very important if we think about augmented reality, virtual reality, uh, besides the um, artificial intelligence, blockchains, machine learning, data science, these types of technology. But we also need these types of subject like drawing and sketching is very much important, very, very much important, because we are thinking metaverse world, the ultimate world that will work parallelly our real world and the metaverse world, where I also live, where I also uh, talk with my friends and hanging out and everything. So that's why, of course, user wants to get that world like real life. So on that moment, we also uh, we need to create that world as like our real life, real environment. So that's why we need to focus beside the technological development, we need to focus like fine arts. Why I'm telling this thing? Only one thing. Uh, Currently, we know the artificial intelligence already captured the drawing, sketching, and image making, this part of things using the technology. I just write the scenario and the AI already make that image. Okay, so some of my fine arts friends, they and also my students sometimes talk with me, sir, everything is going out, is grabbing this AI technology, and what we will do, what will they are very much anxious about this. I said, no, creative is very different thing. That AI cannot, AI can will we will run the AI, we will think the AI, but we should uh, uh, we should think, uh, what can I say, like AI is the taking AI is making the techno using this AI technology. We are making that image and something like this. But if the creative things that is in our mind, so I want to focus this. That if we think the VR and AR technology and metaverse, we should think about these types of uh, persons who are in fine arts, who are in artists like this. So in this part, drawing and sketching is very much important. Composition study is very much important. And creative writing, that is very important thing to make the metaverse or AR, VR atmosphere, metaverse area. And also Professor Samir talk about the VR film. So creative writing is the very important thing to make the script. And 3D design and modeling is very much important, that Professor Samir already mentioned. This texturing, we need the texturing subjects, character design and modeling, 3D animation, lighting and rendering, 3D environment design, human computer interaction is very important thing, and industrial design and innovation technology also is in our department. So visual effects and production, digital matte painting, game design and development, this subject also important for immersive learning platform, and script programming. And after that, we go for the AR VR development. Our students basically, before going for AR VR development, before that they uh, learn drawing, sketching, these types of subjects, and 3D modeling, character model and design, and everything. So already Professor Samir mentioned the technical part, but I mentioned beside this, we need to, if we think about the VR, AR development and the metaverse development, the main thing is technology. Besides technology, we also need to think these subjects to develop our skills. And I want to show one thing, our virtual gate, our current research work, already we made it. This is 3D environment, and this application made for the B2B based any kind of business fair and exhibitions. So, and now we are making it in VR platform, and after that we will introduce it at metaverse platform. So
We don't hear the sound.
oh, this is registration part, and after the registration, user can enter. And they can use the avatar. And we made these types of avatar according to our cultural part. Like this is, Bangladeshi cloth and shari. It was a digital device innovation expo. That was our government expo. So using our this platform, that exhibition. This is our Bangabandhu corner, our father of nation, Bangabandhu. People can visit here and they can interact Bangabandhu life, Bangabandhu's history. They can learn. This is the stall. This is video conferencing. This is meeting room. This is food service. User can call the food service and they can enjoy the food at their home. But now what is the gap? The gap is, if we think is Weir, so we have to change the environment, the feel and everything. And if we think it for metaverse, then others people like that already Professor Sami uh, already explained his presentation. So that's types of human communications and the network we have to put in this part. So why I'm um, showing this part in this part they, because this is not the VR and AR, but if we think the VR, what we have to do, if we think it is metaverse, then what technology we have to input here. But the main thing is that I want to say and I want to mention here, the 3D environment is very much important thing. The avatar is very much important things also in VR and AR. And my last part is this. Think this, immersive learning is not new. My main part in this webinar, only just one thing, the immersive learning is not new. When I was children, I also read these types of book that interact with me. What is wolf? I feel wolf. When I sleep, I dream wolf and everything. And now, in this current trend, current technological environment, this fourth industrial revolution life, we are telling this, we are thinking immersive learning with VR, AR, metaverse, but this is not new. It was before, like in book, because on that time we had not the types of technology, the types of science, the types of uh, technological environment, atmosphere, internet, wave, the 3.0. So now it's technology, because now this time we are thinking that thing using the VR and AR. So why I'm telling these things? Some people is very much traditional. They are thinking like, no, classroom should be like physical. They are thinking, no, we don't want to go for VR, or we don't want to think about the metaverse. Everything is physical environment. Okay, so, and if some people say, what is immersive learning? Is it new? No, this is the thing that we already showed at our before time. That time we interact with our book. Now this is the time we interact VR, AR with new technological environment. So for the new technological environment, if we enter the metaverse world, if we enter the VR technology, so we can think about our virtual classroom, virtual lifestyle, and everything. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Big clap for our great Dr. Shaikh for the amazing presentation. Our Dr. Ranjana already write in the chat that you explained us. It's very explicitly focusing on all the details. We didn't know many things. It is amazing how you start, how to change our mindset, how you explain us how the left side of our brain, it's logical, math, inductive, the right is for colorful. So starting this amazing speech with industrial revolution, will we have technology for information or with visual information? What is about imagination? What is immersive learning? How you defined it? How, like a child, how you were thinking about this? How you put this in the virtual dialogue? So how can it be connected with media? In combination with the science, with the arts, with the emotions, with the life, with music. What is the work? What is the focus of your work, and on which we can focus on the drawing, on 3D design, animations. The very important is the environment. What effects can we use? Visual effects, digital, and etc. Your app or application about current research work on the virtual gate is amazing, really fascinating, and the conclusion that immersive learning is not new. Immersive learning is not new. Before it comes from the book, as we see from the conclusion from Hello Wolf. Now we can say that The changes is only that we have that we can have a virtual or physical. That is like our teaching, learning, virtual or physical. So that is the way with this book. The book was in our hand. We have the paper. Now we have also a book, but it is a digital book. Thank you very much. So please hear our great, amazing guests on the Zoom platform. Also, you audience on the Facebook, write your questions, give your comments, say what you are interested for, because we don't have a lot of opportunity to learn these new things, especially on this topic, and also talk about the metaverse and making the film and all. Thank you. Anyone here wants to comment something to our doctor's great lecture? Today I'm talking only. Okay, thank you. So let's move.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and I hope that we will listen very soon new lecture also, because we want to learn more about this. Now we are going to our third great eminent guest speaker. We say he's coming from India, but he's working in Bangladesh. That is our great Professor Ujval Chowdhury, who is a strategic advisor at the Daffodil International University in Bangladesh. He's a former Pro-Vice Chancellor at Adamas University, India. Welcome, dear respected professor. Is our professor here? Professor Ujval?
I think Professor Ujjal is not here.
Okay, yes, I see also that he is not here. So we are going to, who is our here in the studio? Okay, we have our great Professor Karudin, our great Professor Karudin Sulharmin. He's my great friend, my co-moderator today. He will give us his lecture. He's a PCILT adjunct professor at the Asia Metropolitan University, AMU. Welcome, dear Professor Karudin. Enlighten us with your speech.
Thank you, Prof. Nada, and greetings, everyone. I was worried after listening to Prof. Mukherjee's presentation and the other professor, Shaikh from Bangladesh. So they're all very IT-based, very technical. It scares the hell out of me. But I'm going to go down a different route, okay? Please bear with me for 15 minutes. I will address the topic the way I'll see it, okay? If there's any violent objections, please say so. May I share my slides now, Prof. Nada?
Yes, you can share. No problem. Okay.
Okay, can you see it?
Yeah. Yes, great.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, don't worry, I have a time myself for 15 minutes. If I'm going too fast, please stop me, yeah, Prof. Nada. Okay, that's it. That's what I look like during the COVID. A little bit like Einstein. I've taken it off now. All right. Okay, that's what we're all talking about when you're talking about virtual reality, augmented reality, right? Now let me move to the next one. Okay, VR and AR. I think that has been explained in detail, but let me go quickly. Okay, virtual reality was first imagined in science fiction and emerged in real life via an immersive film viewing cabinet created in the 50s. Now, commercial applications for virtual and augmented reality are flourishing and fundamentally altering the way people interact with each other and the environment. Okay, while technological barriers and a lack of content have so far prevented mass adoption, virtual reality may become the next generation platform for communication, displacing our need for physical travel, easing related energy consumption. Okay, both the professors have already mentioned about it. New forms of immersive games, cinematic experiences, and news media are sure to emerge that place audiences in the middle of events. We saw that earlier. Okay, now VR is the use of computer-generated technology we saw just now to create a simulated environment. Unlike traditional user interface, VR presents the user inside an experience, disconnecting user totally from the real world. Instead of viewing a screen in front of them, users are immersed and able to interact with 3D world. We also heard it just now. AR is a technology that allows viewing the existing real world environment with overlay of digital information, 3D shapes, blah, 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 sound, video, computer-generated graphic. Okay, now, many of us relate AR and VR to only gaming industry. However, AR and VR is technology which has real business value as well. Today, more and more businesses coming up with newer and more innovative techniques to incorporate AR, VR into their routine business processes and trying to make the operations more productive and efficient. One area where AR and VR has been successfully used is in, which is what we are talking about tonight, training, learning, and education. Let me move on. Okay, the top 10 industries using AR, VR, you can see that: education, healthcare, airspace, travel, automotive, marketing, retail, journalism, skill set. Now, many industries like oil and gas, military, automotive, transport, logistics, medical, and a few others have been using AR, VR in training very successfully. VR particularly is very helpful and effective in technical learning, where actual on-site workshop, lab, or warehouse training can be limited in accessibility, expensive, or dangerous. Use of VR in training brings huge benefits to organizations. Use of VR in training brings huge benefits to organizations. Among these benefits are, okay, immersive experience, unlike traditional classroom learning, which can be very passive. VR actively engage learners. Learners' engagement is critical to training outcomes. The immersive training environment provided by VR boosts engagement. Next one, accelerated learning. VR immersive learning excites learners and they will learn faster than normal classroom. This experiential learning also makes learners retain the information longer. Memory is linked to emotional response, and VR is an emotionally charged experience. The two other professors have already mentioned that earlier. Let me move on. Now, risk-free practice. Learners from various technical or difficult jobs can sharpen their skills without risk or cost. This is important. Mistakes are allowed in VR environment, and this gives learners the confidence to learn creatively and without fear. Let me move on. Simulations. VR allows organizations to test their products or employees' response under different environments and simulations. Data can be collected from this response and analyzed for better decision-making process. Okay. Accessibility. Technical trainings may require learners to be on site to personally examine huge machineries or structures. Accessibility for all learners can be limited in such cases, but not with VR. Every learner with VR headset can work on his structure freely. Okay, is VR the future of education? This is the question that begs all of us to look at. Yes, virtual reality in education today. It removes distractions through full immersion and promotes the students' curiosity for further learning. It also sparks creative learning. VR is a powerful tool that is already being used in the medical field, architectural design, and more. Okay, of course, I got this from Google, 29 December 2001, right? Let me move on. Okay, extended reality, XR for short, which already mentioned by one of the professors just now, which encompasses virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality, uses technology to create more immersive digital experiences. Now, in his latest book, Extended Reality in Practice, this author, Bernard Ma, okay, I quoted from him, looks at a variety of sectors where XR is being used, and one of his favorite sectors is in the world of education. So I'm sharing with you now 10 of the favorite examples from Bernard Ma, okay, of how educators and researchers are using augmented and virtual reality to help students learn and engage in classroom, helping create a more immersive digital experience and beyond. It's coming up next. Please fasten your seatbelts. I'm just making a joke of it. And make sure your connections are not unnecessarily compromised. Okay, here goes. First one, number one, okay? Bringing science concepts to life with augmented reality. We can now use augmented reality to create a tornado, bring the funnel right into the classroom so students can experience these destructive storms close up. Or students can take an AR tour, augmented reality tour of a beehive to see its inner workings and explore how the bees work together to support the community. Okay, that's number 2. The Skyview application apps allow students to explore the universe using augmented reality overlays of the night sky. With Skyview, anyone can point their mobile device upward to identify stars, constellations, planets, and even satellites. Number 3. I don't know about you, but when I was in school, we had to dissect frogs in biology class to learn about the inner organs of animals. That process was disgusting for us and was pretty awful for the frogs too. I remember when I was in sixth form, when I was doing biology, I actually kept frogs, or I actually even bought a pair of mice, so that I can, and within a week, I realized there were a lot of noise. Actually, the mice were replicating or producing at so fast a rate. Okay. Now the Froggypedia app allows students to explore the internal organs of a frog via the app's AR technology. So you see how it's already being used in education. Now, number 3. Microsoft HoloLens has developed a way for medical students and clinicians to learn about the human body using mixed reality. Students can flow through the bloodstream, isolate, enlarge, and even walk inside the components of the human body to not only understand anatomy, but learn how to treat different medical conditions. So you look at that. It's interesting, isn't it? All this is already available, already being used. Okay, number 5, I like this. Produced for the BBC by Immersive VR Education, the 1943 Berlin Blitz in 360 degrees uses real-life footages from a nighttime raid of Nazi Germany to help students understand what it was like to live through a significant historical event. Okay, number 6. Most teachers can't take their students to base camp at Mount Everest, right? Or take them to visit the Louvre, right? I was at the Louvre a couple of years ago. Okay, I need to go back there again in Paris. But they can do both of these things with a series of highly immersive school trips with Google Expedition. You see? You don't have to take them there. I mean, if you can afford it, why not? But there's no need to. They can feel it from all this from their classroom. Okay, number 7. If you've ever wished you could practice a speech in front of a virtual audience before walking out on a real stage, you can now put on your virtual reality goggles and do just that. Virtual speech helps you improve your public speaking skills with immersive, realistic virtual reality simulations. Number 8, STEAM's Virtual Reality Museum of Fine Art allows users to view world-class paintings and sculptures up close, including the Mona Lisa, without fighting with crowds or protective glass. Okay. And number 9, training companies can also use extended reality in professional situations. Police departments are now using VR to train officers to deal with riots or arrest people in specific situations in an effort to make streets safer for citizens and officers alike. Okay. And finally, number 10. Okay, these are the 10 uses of VR and AR. Okay, in immersive, that offers immersive learning. Now, learning languages can feel very theoretical when you're reading books, but virtual reality educational software companies like Mondly can provide an immersive language learning experience without having to travel to a foreign country. In Mondly's virtual reality worlds, you can have real conversations with real people, making your language learning more powerful and more likely to stick. Right? Okay, that's it. That's my last slide. It could be said of me in my presentation just now. I've only made up a bunch of other men's flowers. Okay, I've cut and paste, providing my own only the string that ties them together. As usual, my favorite, Montaigne, my French moralist, and essayists. All right. All yours. Back to you. That's it. Nada, I'm done. 15 minutes, I think, maybe more or less. I've shared with you the essence of the topic of our discussions tonight.
Yes, you already gave your comments on your great presentation. Thank you, dear Professor Karudin, for your great speech, for your great presentation. Today, as we said, we are learning the whole time on this immersive learning with virtual reality, with augmented reality, and Also, we cannot talk if we don't mention the metaverse, the artificial intelligence, the machine learning, the data science, the data learning. And so that is our today's reality. So each one for very soon will talk and talk like we
Like a
here
robot.
today. Yes, we are already robots. We are already robots. So how we work, how we need to learn, how we do everything, we are real robots. Thank you. Thank you, dear Professor Caroline, and we will see in our next event. We will be together, co-moderator. Huh?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Prof. Nada.
Now we are moving to United Arabian Emirates. We have our great, famous, eminent speaker, Dr. Pramod Mukherjee. He's the board of director of the Principals Executive Council, Sharia Private Education Authority from UAE. He's a director and principal at the Sharia Indian School. Welcome, dear and respected Dr. Pramod. Enlighten us with your speech.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Salam alaikum, namaste, namaskaram. Yeah, this is Dr. Pramod Mahajan, and today we are discussing about immersive learning with VR and AR. I do call it XR, the X factor of reality, the extraordinary factor of reality, which is nothing but the combination of augmented reality, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, technology, machine learning, Internet of Things, and robotics. Yes, before starting my presentation, let me tell you one thing. All this AI, VR, AR, robotics, IoT, everything is important. But more than that, something is human wisdom, creativity, innovation, risk taking, design thinking, and that human trends. What I mean to say, for this in this virtual world, for immersive learning, one has to embrace the technology without becoming a techno addict. One has to explore the machine without becoming a machine. Otherwise, there will not be any difference between us and the robot. As the moderator was telling, we are already robot. Yeah. So let us think about immersive learning. Let me share my screen and then slowly we will discuss about all the points with some infographics, some videos, and then let us see how we can. Yeah. Is my screen visible?
It is visible, but not a full screen.
Yeah, I'll be making it full screen. Yeah. Now it is full screen.
Yes, it is great.
Yeah, immersive learning with VR and AR. It's all about education, education, and exploring education to be a step ahead. This video itself we have created by technique of AI and VR and AR. What we are discussing today, modes of AR, VR, and mixed reality, styles of immersive learning, roles of design thinkers for creating AR and VR, PPT, reflections, videos, something like that. From the student's perspective, the main aspect is how we are going to realize it in the daily life situation. How we are going to apply the same thing in the unknown situation. You can learn so many things. You can understand so many things. But are you capable to apply it in the unknown situation? That is more important. And that is possible by future fit aspects of your thought process. Those elements which is future fit, which will develop you and your communication as well as your thought process being a design thinker. What actually matters? Competency based design techniques. Competency based design techniques, if you are aware of that thing, if you have a mastery on that, you can do the wonders. Because the technology will come and change. Whatever we have learned when we are in a graduation or post graduation, it is not in existence. We are training the brains for those technologies which are yet to be invented. We are answering those questions which are yet to be asked. We are thinking about those issues which are yet to be raised. How would I make it better? By using proper pedagogies and resources, and by proper assessment technique, whether I'm going on the positive track or not. And always, what is next step? What will be the next purpose? What will be the next topic? And all. Yes, it all depends. Mixed reality, X factor of reality. There are a lot of logical contradictions. It's all about removing the logical contradiction. It's all about logically sequencing the thought process and presenting it in the unknown situation, applying it in the unknown situation by rejecting so many thought processes, by modifying so many things, and then creating something which is unique, which is a step ahead. And for that, what is required is critical thinking, design thinking, your own innovation, and yes, no doubt, what sort of research you are doing. For that purpose, we have to think deep how these transformations are happening. We have to think within about the technological revolution, how it is going to happen, and are you ready or are you future fit with respect to whatever be the change is coming up. See, let me tell you this COVID-19, because of that we have invented so many things, but we were not future fit. The COVID-19 made us future fit. Now the time has come, you have to be future fit with respect to any sort of distortion, whatever with the distortion. For that, we have to think around about future sketch of revolution as well as education. You have to think beyond about most demanding futuristic jobs, because ultimately all these technologies are to be used in resolving the issues, solving the problem, and creating the futuristic jobs. What is metaverse? Think about that. There are some aspects. Definition: extended reality is the metaverse. Background: because of impact of COVID-19, we have created lot of metaverse, various keys and takeaways, various VR, virtual world experiences. Extended reality and metaverse. Definitions are so many, but the live applications are somewhat like this. Whatever be the area, VR chart in art museum, creator build avatars in VR chat, RoboBox avatars. So all those things are possible by that extended reality, which is called X factor of reality. What is required is thought process, think and then design in a different way. Thinking, designing, testing, applying, and if it is not working, again creating the new reality, which is nothing but augmented reality. That augmentation is possible by your innovation, by your critical thinking, and by your data analysis. if you are analyzing the data with respect to dimensions, with respect to degrees, 360-degree or 90-degree, what should be the length, what should be the breadth, what should be the height, and what should be the look with 360-degree. That analysis and that outcome of those analysis will help you to create a new sort of reality, which is nothing but the augmented reality. Mixed reality is actually providing more interaction with digital overlays, more interaction with the digital overlays. I am reminded of, like, we are doing so many things, and then again we are thinking of somewhat traditionally sometimes. Let us discuss about mass and energy relationship. E is equal to mc square. Mass is converted into energy. But with this virtual reality, with this augmented reality, with this expector of reality, we should now think about converting mass into the digital signal. Think about that. We all are attending on the Zoom meeting. Our body has got a mass. We can convert this complete mass into a digitalized signal, and these signals by email we can send from one place to another place, and on that another place these signals will be received and again converted into the mass, and then we will reappear there. Think about it. That is very much possible. Mass converted into the digital signal. Things are going on, things are working on that, and this mixed reality providing you the path for that process. Mass into digitalized signal. Lot of research are going on. When I visited last time NASA, I visited 2-3 engineers and they are working on that. But they are thinking, suppose one signal and another signal, if the forbidden gap is something happened, and if frequency matching goes in a different way, then what will happen? So that hybridization of the signal may create something. A boy is the mass of a boy is converted into the digital signal, and maybe another animal, its mass converted into another digital signal, and they superimpose on each and another, and third creation will be there. So the work is going on in that area also. The path is being given by the mixed reality. Big thought process. For that, what is required is visualizing devices. Professor Samir has explained various visualizing devices, so I'm not going there. Digital identity, whatever the devices, but whether they have their own digital identity, that's a question mark. Then the data collection, authentic data collection, and then the transactions. That is important. And that is nothing but the computing infrastructure with now new coming up 5G network. So that is another vision. Metaverse, an extended thought process. See the changes, how that changes were happening, how that digital knitting is happening. It is not nowadays woolen knitting only, digital knitting, which is creating your crypto wallet, digital wallet, phone pay. All these aspects are nothing but digital knitting. Visualizing devices, virtual 3D worlds, converting the image into the 3D format. Yes, it was there in the books, but to express that 3D format, now it is invented. Horizon values, all those aspects are possible by immersive learning. Background and discovery and users research. There are a lot of research happen, a lot of dots are connected, a lot of opportunities given by this COVID-19 to enhance the AI, to enhance the virtual reality, augmented reality, and whatnot. People begin to use the VR platform for socializing and connecting with others remotely, thanks to COVID-19. Watching video content, fitness, digital language, digitalized personalities, something great. What we wanted to understand why VR users habitually use their handset and what other uses they have for it outside of gaming. So gamification again not only depend on the handset, but it is another format, the role of VR and virtual worlds through the course of pandemic. We speak with a mix of 36 VR users, 28% that way, 11% before COVID, 33% purchased within the last year. So the game changing is happening. What we learned, we discovered why users value and use virtual reality. Basic concept is socializing, exploring, and simulation. What is that? Standout experiments. After gaming, VR is used as a way to socialize and connect with people. Other people from anywhere, such as strangers, friends, family. Virtual world allow people to spend time with other even when isolating. So in an isolated situation, you are getting connected 360-degree with different people by using those techniques. That is called immersive connect and immersive understanding. It all nothing but the XR and metaverse. XR, again that same thing, extraordinary factor of reality, X factor of reality. It is not only the heroes or heroines are having X factor nowadays. Nowadays, X factor is digitalized also, and that is called the metaverse. During this pandemic, a lot of changes are happened. Some examples are here. Even music, the rhythm, the vibration, the positivity, experiencing it 360-degree, going closer to the almighty creator of the world. That is also possible with AI and AR and VR. So it is smoothing, it is purifying your soul, it is purifying your brain, it is creating that positive vibrations. That is called the X factor of reality and metaverse. Opportunities to grow, software performance, sensory experiences, safety, and whatever be. There are a lot of opportunities. They are frustrated by the following: lag or slow loading, in platform glitches, overloaded service. But this 5G now and the cloud computing are giving a lot of relief and solutions for that problem. People want ways to more impressive themselves in VR experience to blur between digital and physical, touch, taste, and smell. Wow. Think about the digital touch, think about the digital taste, and think about the digital smell. That's why I am telling, embrace the technology without becoming a techno addict. Then you can think about digital touch, digital taste, digital smell, digital relationship, digitalized thinking. That is the demand, and that is the future, and that is the future fit personalities. Worst case and the best case, digitally it is possible. Now we'll think about what is the role of this X factor of reality in education, how it is creating the new world of immersive learning. Understand with this small video clip. It's my request, ladies and gentlemen, please focus on this video. We'll understand in depth the role of immersive learning.
Augmented reality in
Role of
education.
augmented reality in
Education
education.
is one of the industries that is very actively being disrupted by technology and digitalization. New learning formats leads to greater student engagement, which in turn makes the
It is
knowledge
enhancing
accessible
students'
to all.
engagement,
This
which is the
adaptive
demand.
technological solution to education is becoming
Giving
increasingly
solution for
popular.
those problems
Education
which
can
are
rather
yet
be
to be
flexible when it concerns the
raised.
method of increasing student engagement and interest in learning. Online courses, chat box, gamification, and of course, virtual and augmented reality. Today, you can find all of them in the curricula of both primary schools and universities. Today, we'll see how augmented
See the
reality can
effect.
help teachers make their students look forward to the upcoming lessons.
360
Before we dive deep, let's recall briefly what augmented reality is about. From its name, we can conclude that the technology augments the real
that
world
immersion
around us.
of learning.
It does it by overlaying the
Immersive
virtual
learning.
object over the real image, most often on the smartphone screens. Some of its advanced applications require special AR classes such as Microsoft HoloLens. Usually, AR objects are created either by processing multiple photos of a real object or by 3D modeling. To place virtual object on screen, augmented reality apps use either special markers such as QR codes, geolocation data,
Layer
or
by
object
layer.
recognition feature. In AR apps, user can either watch the virtual object or interact with them if the nature of the application requires it. As compared to the
Interaction
virtual
with the
reality,
virtual
most
object.
AR application runs on smartphone or tablet, needing no special equipment. This makes augmented reality technology especially adaptable for the use in the education industry.
And that's
Many
why the
education apps
education is
include
becoming
printable markers
adaptive.
that teacher can use in the classroom. But what is different from the virtual reality? Although they both use the same tools and technology, the main difference between them is where virtual reality aims to replace the real world, while augmented reality respectfully supplements it.
Difference between augmented
reality
and
is
real
being
world.
used in education? Let's explore. By asking the student to download an augmented reality app that can enhance the learning process, the teacher gets an additional tool for boosting the student interest in
It's
the
an
lesson.
additional tool
AR
for
makes the
learning.
education
Learning
content
is
richer and
beyond.
more engaging. That can ultimately help to train better professionals. But how AR is enhancing learning in the classroom? AR allows us to use a virtual object instead of physical ones. Many institutions still use physical models during the lessons. However, augmented reality raised this learning method to a new level. With augmented reality, teachers can recreate dynamic and
Another
interactive
concept,
3D models of
documented
almost
reality.
any object like a beating heart or the planet rotating around the sun.
These are the aspects of documented reality.
In augmented reality app, nothing is impossible. Dinosaurs, space bodies, chemical compound, internal organs, natural phenomena, anything can be made into 3D models to add visual support to the topic of the study. For example, the Augmented designed for elementary schools offer a couple of dozen of AR courses aimed at making young students love learning. Better sensation of size and perspective. With AR, you can manipulate objects by the hand gestures and can visually gauge the size, shape, and position of the objects. Seeing the shapes in 3D making cross sections can help build much more solid knowledge than reading books. High interactivity. In AR, students can manipulate the 3D models as if they are real. This helps the learning process tremendously.
What
as it
required
creates a
for
more
this
complete
thought
picture
process?
of the object.
Beyond the box.
Interactivity also gives a higher degree of autonomy to the students. They can study the subject choosing their own scenario instead of following the prescribed one.
Giving
In
full
addition to the greater
autonomy of
engagement,
their own
interactive
learning.
AR apps gives students the feeling of freedom and control over the learning process.
Controlled learning process by themselves.
Faster learning.
Metacognitive skills. Faster
Augmented
learning.
reality allows adding various information to the object on the screen. This feature is widely used in the tourist apps. Education can use this feature too, like if you point the camera at the banana, you can see its nutritional info. By placing the additional information next to the corresponding object creates a stronger link between the object image and its data. Therefore, the knowledge is created faster and retained longer. Stimulation of multiple senses.
Simulation.
It is a known fact that our memory works best when multiple senses are involved. AR and AI help the student get more complete picture of what they are studying. Augmented reality can show us the process from inside.
Augmented
demonstrating how
reality
different parts
shows
of
the
heart
process.
function. The sound of the heartbeat
Virtual
completes the
reality
picture.
creates something.
There are also
And
apps
documented
involving multiple
reality
senses
is
like
your
Mukherjee
thought
featuring
process.
dozens of animals. Their realistic sounds make the young student amazed and want more. AR offers seamless interaction between the real and virtual worlds, helping learner to interact with the object or event in a natural way. Augmented reality has the power to change how we use computer, and its potential in education is just a beginning. AR is the future of education.
Yes, it is future of education. And how this digital transformation is happening using all those techniques. Think about 14th century, erosion of authority of the Catholic Church, collapse of this system, emergence of a lot of changes were happening. It continues up to 21st century when COVID-19 has come. No contact, social distancing, restriction, social activities, economics losses. All these deformations are happening, but it is supportive for creating something new, making you future fit. These are the various customer experiences, digital technology, big data, AI, Internet of Things, cloud computing, 5G, 6G, Amazon.com, which model, creating the money like anything using the technology, authentic way of creating the wealth. In another word, we can say purifying your wealth by using augmented reality. AI, basic platform is AI, machine learning, deep learning, think deep, think beyond, think around, deep learning, think about learning how to learn. That is deep learning. Applying about how to apply. Supervised learning, unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning provides you to commit the mistakes and learn from the mistake. And that learning from the mistake giving you reinforcement learning. These are the various parts of immersive style of learning. What are the data sources? I was talking about data analytics. What is the analytical techniques? How the visualization is happening and which are the applications? So big data is the process of creating meaningful results by combining structured, unstructured, internal and external data. Wow. Structured data, unstructured data, which is unexpected, internal data and the external data. This big data, when we create from the various sources, when we do analysis by using these techniques to visualize that, and when we apply, your 90% work is done. Virtual reality, see the difference. Virtual reality, this gamification. Augmented reality, Pokemon, the example of augmented reality. And the mixed reality, Airbus production line using VR and AR together by the techniques of artificial intelligence. Virtual training on driving a accelerator, ICA smartphone, Volvo automotive. All these are coming up by the concept of mixed reality. Now it's the age of mixed reality, X factor of reality beyond VR and AR. Trust me, beyond VR and AR, and that is called immersive learning. Disney World check-in system, smart cities, smart farmhouses, without soil, without chemicals, smart farms, controlling the temperature, controlling the relative humidity, amount of light, carbon dioxide, converting the water from the air for farming the various plants. That is digitalization, and that is the smart farming, which is not possible only by VR or AR, but it is possible by AI and the mixed reality. Next generation mobile communication capable of fast transmission speed, mass connection, and latency reduction, reduction in traffic, reduction in simulation, reduction in getting the signal jam, smart factories, multiple of Internet of Things connections, smart city, digital twin towns, smart grids. These are all future. So we have to be future fit. According to Thomas Frey, the future of 5G is more in identification by using holographic full body search security systems, agriculture, live monitoring of plant, soil, water content, whatnot, food integrants, blockchain database, medicine, emergency surgery performed by non-physicians under the supervision of physician, unstructured data under the structured data, health checkup, education, managing students' distraction in a virtual participatory educational setting. Wow, future is of that. You take the case of Uber, you take the case of Ola, no office, no, they are not owning any vehicle, but they are leading the industry of transport, digital technology. One app can change the whole thought process of your life. That is mixed reality. Sharing economy, crowdsourcing model, subscription economy, blockchain, and whatnot. Implementing machines, equipment, and objects in a real world. The virtual world is in the computer. The AI and VI and AR, that is within that Buddhu Baksa computer. But what is main thing is implementing machines, equipment, and objects in the real world. That is innovation. That is immersive learning. That is called immersive learning. Performing arts, all those areas. 21st century national competitions enable in digital, data science, steam engine, electric power, computers, now digital and data science. Revolutions are happening. Change is happening. Transformation is happening. Are you future fit? Are you future ready? A small comparison, augmented reality versus virtual reality. Augmented reality, real-time interaction, overlay of real and digital world, registration and alignment in 3D. Augmented reality, output are these, inputs are these. This is the memory map. Today in the afternoon only I created this. So this is augmented reality. Education virtual reality. See that frog converting into 360-degree, monitoring the changes. What is VR and what is interactive? Emulating the real world, making an electronic world seem real. And interactive what? Not static 3D images, not movies, moving within the world, manipulating the objects in the world. That is interactive. In or out, fight simulator in, desktop metaphor folders trash, that is out, point and click adventure games, question mark. Desktop VR, these are the things. Immersive VR, these are the things. Physical world VR mixing, these are the points. VR headsets, slightly different angles and 3D effect. Sit upon the games, motorbike, sky, simple controls, go within, virtual roller coaster, aircraft, cockpit, ship's bridge, that is go within. Inside VR, scenes projected on walls, realistic environment, hydraulic ramps, real controls, and whatnot. Application, simulate dangerous, expensive situation. Command and control, virtual tourism. It is in demand. The Z generation learner demands virtual tourism, practicing medical procedures, treatment of phobias, virtual wind tunnel, having fun. Engagement, feeling part of the virtual world. Engage the senses, sight. Visual realism. Visual realism. Enjoy the word. Visual realism. It is real, but visually real. Think how the human trends and technological trends are immersed to create visual realism. 3D effects, shadows, sound, surrounded sounds, substitutes, touch, haptic and force feedback, and more wind burning graphs. Engage the body, realistic devices, movement in the environment, interaction and control of objects, collaborative virtual environment, virtual world, multi-participants, able to communicate. Pros and cons, simple things I'm giving each and every point by point, just food for your brain. Pros and cons, these are the things. Virtual universities, traditional distance learning plus CD-ROMs and video, creating virtual universities. Email, bulletin boards, IRC, TCQ, chat, QCME, video conferencing, virtual worlds, virtual classrooms, augmented reality, video image on screen, computer tools, video of room work in progress, immersive virtual reality. In immersive virtual reality, the user becomes fully immersed in an optical three-dimensional world that is completely generated by a computer generated. Head-mounted display. It is a game of head-mounted display only, nothing else. A variety of input devices, data globes, joysticks, handheld with, and all those aspects. The characteristics of immersive VR, these are the characteristics. Realistic interaction, virtual world, convincing illusion, optical illusion, but convincing one. It is no more magic. It is realistic and convincing one. In the 8th standard, we are using, such type of projects. The project will be produced as a standalone course, and they are enjoying it. Brave new world of immersive technology. What is immersive technology? We have understood with X factor of reality. It refers to augmented reality and extended reality, mixed reality. XR technology allows people to learn about different people and places on Earth and beyond. That is X factor of technology. Augmented reality adds new information on top of reality, most often through a phone, screen, or smart device. Augmented, made greater, larger, or more complete. It's not only complete, but more complete. So now the definition of completing the task is beyond. Using augmented reality, it is more complete. It is most complete. It is not only complete. The time has come to modify our dictionaries also. Meaning of complete. An example of augmented reality, converting that interaction into real one. This already we have seen the live demo. AR has a number of applications in the world, and you have probably used it without realizing it. Pokemon Go, an example of AR. Snapchat, Instagram, filters. Today I am also using one filter. Find out which one is that. They are putting digital information on top of the real world. You do not actually have a dog, tongue and ears. Virtual reality differs from AR because while what you see in AR is based on reality, VR is completely synthetic. Completely synthetic. It is somewhat fake, but realistic digitally, realistic, virtually, virtual reality. Now, see, using this, it is not a rocket science. Like, for example, if we have to use the immersive learning for making the student understand the SDG, one of the factor, purification of water and sanitization, in a better way, how they will understand using the mixed reality and the X factor of reality by graphical analysis, by algorithm in a different form. Enjoy this simple topic, sanitization and water purity, SDG 6, by using augmented reality, virtual reality, memory map, mind map, and little bit algorithm. And then tell me whether you would understand in a better way or not. Technological miracles are happening. See the algorithm. We are on the track to create reusable space rockets. Driverless cars are already there. Robot workers. Gamification, immersive learning, track by track. Sustainable water and sanitization for all. Concept is that using memory map, data, mind map, algorithm, AI, augmented reality and virtual reality. Some filters are used here also. Documented reality. These are all authentic data. Funding for water and sanitization is inadequate. Governance is not proper in that area. And to make matters worse, agriculture and industry are getting thrustier. Climate is changing. We need to get ahead of the problem fast. By 2030, what has to be done? Create a fair and more visible world. Goal 6. Sanitization. Water. Ambitious, yes, but not a rocket science. It is ambitious. But next to do? Be smart. Digitally smart. Save children's life. Give teenager girls and a focus. Be focused. More monitoring. Generate the better world. Cannot target the capacity of resources. Automation or purifying the water. Virtual reality using some engineering goals. Beyond thinking within. Aspects of 3D printing. Sustainable manage water and sanitization. Accelerated learning towards the future. We must not leave anyone beyond. And that is from my side. Thank you. Floor is open for question answer. Thanks, and over to moderator.
Thank you. Thank you, respected Dr. Pramod, on your great presentation. We already know that at the beginning that you will make it really I hear voices. You started with a great motivation with breaking iceberg gave us all the explanations, the differences between AR, VR, not only that, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science. Your research approach, how to understand why VR users use the things, what they need to discover. What is the role of the VR? What are the experience? Who we are? How can we talk when we speak? How much we use VR? You gave us the percents about that. That is a statistic. So it is very impressive that 28% have headset for 31 years ago. They use different kind of activities, gaming, art, socializing. Then you show us many examples, how to understand that, what is the understanding of the experiences with the metaverse, what we need to learn, what kind of software, what performance, experiences, happiness, opportunities for doing this software. So with not only software, you gave us for the software and hardware performance. So many people today, I'm sure that they are still very frustrated to follow this, to do this. So people want today changes, but not already prepared. It needs to be high quality. What else? I try to. I like this. This was for me special when you mention digital touch, digital taste, digital smell. People today want accessory like gloves, body suits. So today, many informations we get. You know, I already said today we didn't have many speakers, but we started before 3 hours, and you are our fourth speaker, our fourth presentation. But it is very important to mention that this is a special event, a special webinar, because it is for the first time, I can say, on this part in India, and really proud to be here today to moderate, to listen, to learn about this. I want to also mention that here on this platform, we have our great, amazing speakers, but here also I want to thanks to my great IIU team, because our Europe head is here. Dr. Inga Karchilova is here from the beginning. IIU director of the human resource, our Dela, is here monitoring. Our vice chancellor was here. So this is really, I can say, a proud moment with this amazing topic. I want to finish the comments on your speech. Digital technology showed us all the examples of the VR. So my great Dr. Rachana, what will you talk you today? Here we almost use everything. And Dr. Arun also. We have more speakers to talk about this. What is the future of FG identification, agriculture? So I think that I catch more than 80% of your speech today. I'm really proud on myself for remembering all this information. By the way, I already feel in my head many too much information today, but I'm really happy. Thank you, dear respected Dr. Dr. Pramajan, for this great speech. It is always a pleasure to listen you, to have you, because we know that we don't have a lot of experts in this field. So thank you very much. But now, finally, lady, a woman, a wonderful woman, a woman who is very close to my heart, a great woman who has organizing and is a founder of Creative Writing Modern Age. I think they're our great Professor Rachana Chakraborty, the assistant professor of the Creative Writing Modern Age, a global motivational and keynote speaker, a host international, and I can talk also whole day about her, has a new idea, professor, for our new event on the CVMA. Am I ready? Am I all right?
Yes, yes, of course, you are right.
Welcome.
Truly, truly, truly. Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Nada. You are an excellent moderator, as I always tell you. We have shared platforms together, and I always love the way you moderate. And as I was overhearing all the brilliant, stimulating my knowledge, and this was actually my intake today. And very correctly said, Professor Nada, what is remaining for me to say after the great stalwarts? I don't think I have to say anything. I better close my chapter and I better say a big thank you to all the great, amazing professors who have
Because
spoken before
Professor
me.
Rachana, it is enough that you are here
Yes.
on this great IAU stage and all our listeners, watchers see you like a great lady because you are known in different fields. And this from the beginning is a storytelling. Please tell us. My idea is maybe how can we put this session in a new story?
Yes, I'll do that. But before I start, I just want to thank from the bottom of my heart Dr. Samir Mukherjee, who had very, very brilliantly and explicitly spoken. Really, I was also wonderstruck knowing all the technicalities in between. We normally speak with our students many things, but so many intel processing, I was really not aware. Thank you so much, Dr. Samir, for enlightening my knowledge also today. It was real learning for me. And though I came to share my bit of it, but I am going and collecting a lot of golden nuggets from all of you stalwarts. And of course, we had Dr. Pramod Mahajan, who also spoke brilliantly. Dr. Mohammad Sheikh had also spoken very, very nicely, giving the small introduction that it was already there. We need not have to go far beyond. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will just be summarizing with all what are great professors and amazing personalities have already spoken over about immersive learning with VR and AR technologies, which is really streaming. Being an educator, I want to speak from my heart. Professor Nada, is that allowed? We are talking about technology. Is speaking from heart allowed today?
Yes.
So I want to speak from my heart without going deeper into the technicalities, because all the gentlemen before me had spoken about all the technicalities. So I did not immerse into that immersive technology and speaking into that. I will just go into the storytelling, what basically is real need. Being an educator myself, I implement immersive learning, and I say it's a blessing in disguise, because installing this in my storytelling lectures, in my other personality development lectures, this has helped me a lot. It's a blessing for the technology to come up with, and we are experiencing this in its fervor. Complete identity, augmented and virtual reality, and making the immersive learning experience for students in higher education. It is what we are trying to do right now in our education. We all know that grasping the attention is very easy, and keeping the students engaged throughout the lecture, that is a different story altogether. And when you have when you live in an age where there is a lot of distractions and these distractions are ubiquitous, then things become really, really harder. When I'm talking, Professor Nada, when I'm talking about a topic, when I go and open my English textbook in the class, being an English professor, when I open the textbook and start reading a story of William Shakespeare or P.B. Shelley, the students just look at me like, my God, how do we understand that? So now if I use the immersive learning technique, the VR and AR, augmented reality into my techniques, then they understand what exactly I was trying to say. For example, the Shakespearean play, the Merchant of Venice, if I can show them right in front of me, the students understand what is exactly happening. So that's basically which Dr. Samir had said in his speech, the main metaverse, the main technological pointers which were there inside, which is now taking a 360-degree angle, and it has really changed the outlook of life. We were not doing much about it until and unless we started using it. We see that whenever we want to implement certain new things in our educational level, now we are talking about the sustainable goal, about quality education. And when we talk about quality education, how can we forget about the virtual reality and the augmented reality, which is the main force behind every quality education? Quality education is only possible with this technology, which is the VR and AR. Not delving in more into the technicalities into it, I just want to go brush up into the main important things which is helping us as teachers and the students are learning. It is an easy process, give and take. When I tell my students how to stand in front of a class, it is very easy for them to understand, because without me standing in front of a stage or performing or speaking something, I can show it, demonstrate it with the help of the virtual reality, the 360 reality, or maybe show it with the help of the glass, which they can wear it and they can visualize. They really need to do that, experience that stage where they are around and make that feel. That feel is very important. That presentation is very important when they are there. How do they do that? The VR technology helps. Much to go deeper into it, the AR technology is supporting that. So as a result, it is becoming very easy for us as educators. So hats off to those technologies which is coming in, and especially we saw that in the pandemic, which brought more highlighted motivation in this pandemic, where we could use the virtual reality. Especially we can see the online lectures have become so easy to discuss. I remember my daughters facing a lot of problem understanding the science lectures, because the biology lectures, it was so very boring for them. They couldn't understand because it was in the textbook. So the book, turning the pages, and though it's written very, very elaborately, I don't remember in my time whether I was even projected to all these technologies when I was studying. But now I'm talking about now, ladies and gentlemen, the scene has totally changed. We can show them what is the dissection of a heart, what is the dissection of a human skeleton right in front of our eyes without even touching the skeleton, which sometimes creates, some sort of fear in the heart, in their mind. So that really is a change, a diverse, a very good tool for us. And as a result, we can say that we are all ready when we enter into a class. My classroom is all ready that what ma'am will be showing us today. And they are all ready, like today, shall we see Shakespeare from 16th century, or we will go to the 20th century. So we don't have to delve into the period and make them think. In our time, we used to think, open our books and think, okay, that was what P.B. Shelley used to do probably. The dress, the costume which they used to wear, which had influenced them to write such books, the society, the social background. We were understanding it with the words. There were no focus on what we see. I just want to bring into consideration that when we see, we remember more. Seeing makes your knowledge more concentrated. So this VR technology is helping us with that. Every school nowadays have come up with this technology, starting from the pre-primary level till the higher secondary level, and of course the postgrads and graduates are of course using that to understand each and every subject properly, as Dr. Pramod Mahajan had highlighted how in education we can use it. And it is really very important that we use all these technologies for our students and make the learning more easier. The present day is of course a technology filled with more distractions than ever, and these distractions always lead to negative impacts. Students who know technology much more ahead than us, they have used the technology. The generation is such that they know without even teaching them or training them, they know a lot of technology. Now, to empower them with knowledge based technology, we teachers are blessed with the VR process as well as the augmented process. And immersive learning is the right answer for that. It is a technique which is using the artificial environment for learning. It not only eradicates all the distractions, but it also kills the monotony in the process of learning and development. It is actually providing and stimulating visualizations. So basically, it is removing the lot of laziness and monotonousness in what we used to teach. Now the teachers also become more, a lot of activeness is there in the mind and the heart of the teacher when they enter the class, that today we will show this presentation, and this will become more lively when we do it with the help of the 360-degree VR and augmented reality process, and present it in front of the class, wherein they will have the audience, as Samir sir had already shown, how the audience can sit and where is the main person behind, or everywhere circling. So anywhere, in whichever angle. You remember when I used to listen to lectures, we were just sitting, professors in front of us, and we hear. So as a result, if the professor was showing something from the other end and you are in the corner of the classroom, you are not able to see what is happening. So you need to bend down like this or like this, what is happening. But nowadays, this is not a problem because of the technology. We are using the virtual reality. We are using the augmented reality, which is making this possible. It goes a 360-degree round, and everyone in the classroom, without moving from the place, they can see it and enjoy it as a lively classroom. As already Dr. I think it's, what is the name written? Yes, Professor KF had already said about the different fields, like the learning of a dissection of a frog. Earlier, it was very painful, the stinking smell, and this is to be very disturbing. But nowadays, it's not necessary. You don't have to touch that frog also. You can understand the dissectional part of the frog without even touching that frog. So isn't that interesting? So students just get up and start learning with a new fervor, new spirit, because learning has become much more easier than our times when we used to learn. It was really learning with our teachers, and we are growing up only with them. But now the technology is making us move further ahead. Once you understand that, I don't think you need your teacher. Nobody, Professor Dr. Nada, I just want to say, I think our students are going to miss us. And what about our jobs? I don't think they'll need us anymore further.
Yes,
The coming in of the technology. So we don't have to be in the class. We can just give them the technology, just throw it to them, and they will do everything on their own. So our jobs are at stake, but still our students are going to understand it in a better perspective. That is what is the blessing, because instead of keeping all the small inefficiencies in their mind, and they're not able to grab everything properly, about how to say a story in a class, how to say a speech in a class. We had to explain them the first line, the second line, and then what happens, how would you go to the next line. That is not needed at all now. You can directly use the technology and present it together, and the students really understand it in a better way. So to catch the attention of the learners and to keep them engaged throughout the learning session, that is of course a big challenge. I tell you, Dr. Samir, it's really going to take a lot of time, and it's really a big challenge to make this engaged lessons. And it's the help of the technology because of stalwarts like you who have been planning, designing, and doing and bringing it available for all of us. It is the reason why which we have a solution, and we can boost the learner engagement and hence making learning more productive and worthwhile. Today, actually, I joined the session and I want to thank Dr. Pradipta Mandal sir. Here, I just wanted to say how this technology, the VR and AR, is helping education from the education point of view, since I'm an educator for the past 26 years. And even now, I'm working with the Maharashtra State Board, and in the NEP, the new National Education Policy, we are working on it, how to bring around the change starting from the scratch. And we are using technology. But the teachers working along with us are not aware much of the technology. Though somehow, somewhere, a little bit of technology is there with me. I won't say anything much in front of so many big stalwarts who already have technology with them. But yes, little bit of technology. Today I was there in a meeting wherein we are planning the curriculum for the students, and we are making it as per the new NEP. And here there is a lot of technologies to be used. The VR technology, the virtual reality is implemented throughout. And when we are not able to use the virtual reality to a certain extent, there is limitation. We have the augmented reality also. So this way we are trying to help the immersive learning and making it completely immersed in the learning process. It has the potential to bring abstract learning scenarios to life, and thus making the real very important. But a very difficult task of recreating and interactions for the learners. So it is allowing the different learners to control the outcomes by connecting them with the real life experiences, but in a very safer environment. We don't have to take the students to that environment, but we are giving them real life experiences. And this is really a blessing. We don't have to go to the Mount Everest to show them what exactly Mount Everest looks like. So we can make them sit in the house and make them understand what exactly is Mount Everest doing to us. I remember when I was talking about storytelling, there are a lot of stories now. Who is the storytellers? Actually, that's the ultimate tool to immerse their audience in their stories. Their content creators are pushing the boundaries of storytelling. And there are many, many stories now available where you can see the use of the augmented reality there. One of the most best, you can just Google it out, you'll find the story of Henry. It's very nicely done with the help of augmented reality, how he really loves to hug somebody. And that is shown so very nicely with the help of the presentation, which is there in the form of a movie. So that is the reality, the 360-degree reality, which brings all the ambiguous quality in reality and present it. So our students now, they don't have to, move around, and they don't have to go to any places. They can really be in a safer environment. And the virtual content is so galvanizing that it leaves a huge, huge impression on the psychic of the learner. I really experience when I teach my students with this technique, Dr. Samir and Dr. Pramod Mahajan, I would like to say that when I use this technique in my classroom, when I take sessions with students and parents, I really feel that I am learning for the first time. I'm so happy to use this technique. Though when I was learning, I never had the hand to use this technology. But now when I'm teaching, I'm having full hands on this technology. And thanks to all the modern technology, I am really learning, relearning, unlearning, and presenting it. So it's really a fun loving process. And I have seen my students enjoy in the classroom. They really feel that if we can implement this, because we are not changing the environment remains the same. It's a classroom, but only we are moving them to a different part of the world, different arena, wherein we are giving them the historical experiences, all all in a nutshell, and all a visual arena. They can see the construction of all the buildings, and they can write their notes based on that quickly, and I get my answers. And as a result, I have brilliant students in my classroom. So basically, it is completely an experimental learning right now for me, but we are enjoying all the skills which has been developed to some extent, and we are very happy to use that. So the biggest benefit of AR and VR in the higher education is the learning outcomes of the students. It is making learning very experimental and very experiencing also, we can say. It leads to the enhanced memory. Who doesn't enjoy that? We all enjoy enhancing our memory, right? Like right now I have enhanced my memory. So thanks that I was the last speaker to speak, and only the lady to be speaker amongst all the great stalwarts gentlemen who had joined in. And I'm really I have really enhanced my memory, and I'm just taking bits from their whatever they have spoken and just summarizing it today's session. So the retention among the
But
students, it's
Professor
particular.
Rachana, we still have two more speakers, ma'am. But you,
Oh, thank God. Thank
yes,
God
listen,
somebody is still
listen.
behind.
I need to say for this, for our great Professor Rachana, I'm sure that all our great eminent speakers will agree with me. An amazing woman, an excellent speech, extremely brilliant, smart, insightful, descriptive, and she gave the answer on all what we do today. And how today I start? I say, how can we change the world with VR and AR? And our Professor Rachana now explained that, and that is the storytelling. Great, a big applause and clap for her, because we start with that question, and now we answer on that. That changes in the world. What is our world? Our world is education. Our world is education. Thank you very much for this. I already said extremely
I,
brilliant.
yeah, Professor Nada, I hope I just didn't exceed my 15 minutes of time slot which was given. So I was just abruptly
Listen,
speaking fine.
listen, today we start the speeches with 1 hour, with 40 minutes. So it's okay.
But
Today,
Professor Nada, I think Dr. Samir 1 hour though, but it was very informative. I
yes,
never wanted to get up for a minute because
yes,
there was
yes,
a lot of
listen, that is
learning in that, lot of learning, lot of
today.
learning.
Today, we didn't stop nobody. No one, because all great. We really learn a lot. I know that we are here from we are here at 3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes, and now we have still our great Dr. Arun, who is waiting, who comes from the job. And so let's continue with our session. Thank you very much. I'm hope, and this, I can say, this is really a historical event for the first time on this topic, on
Very
this
true, very true.
platform, with Global Educators Forum, International Internship University, Policy Time, and World Educator Council. Really proud moment. Okay, let's go. To continue. I'm calling our great Dr. Arun Kumar Rana, great friend, assistant professor from the Panipat Institute of Engineering and Technology, India. Dear Dr. Arun, please enlighten us with your speech. I know the topic will be amazing. So let's prepare for our great Dr. Arun.
Yes, good evening, Dr. Nala. You are doing wonderful job as a moderator, and I am thankful to provide me opportunity to share something about the present scenario. And I am also thankful to Dr. Smith sir, Dr. Pramod sir, and Dr. Rachna ma'am, providing wonderful knowledge about the IoT and the future trends. Now let me share my screen. Please provide me some option to sharing
Yes, you
screen.
can, you can, you can.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. My screen visible, ma'am?
Is coming, not yet. Okay, yes.
Now,
If you can put a full screen. Oh, this is a
is
sound
it fine, ma'am?
great, great.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Today I will discuss about the IoT with metaverse, and you know very well the metaverse means the combination of AR, VR, and MR. And before discussing about the metaverse and AR, VR, MR, I will discuss about something IoT. I think you should aware about the IoT. And in this, I will play you see everything now connecting with the internet, maybe in the form of AI, ML, machine learning, deep learning, data science, maybe AR, VR, everything. So this is the part of IoT, and so IoT mean smart city, smart healthcare, smart building, smart agriculture, smart military, smart home, smart bus, smart AC, everything. I mean IoT mean everything have to connect with the internet. And I will try to merge IoT with metaverse, with virtual reality, with augmented reality. And today I will explain about the IoT, cloud computing in IoT, because cloud and fog computing is very important parameter in the field of AR, VR, and MR. Then I will explain metaverse, virtual reality, augmented reality, and some application. Now, first I will discuss some building blocks of IoT. In IoT, if you want to some setup in the field of IoT, like Internet of Things, then you should need some kind of general computer system. Like in this system, there is input units, processing unit, output units. For input, we have to provide some kind of data, like sensor will get the data, then data have to process with the processing unit, then processing unit, then data will be provided at the output to get the result. And this is basic building blocks. In this, you can see there is the inputs, microprocessor, and controller. This is the core device in any digital device. Like if you are using AR, MR, VR devices, in this device there is processing unit. We know about this is a microcontroller. Yeah, maybe say this is microprocessor, so that can produce some kind of result, getting the input and provide the result at the output. This is processing unit to provide analog inputs, switches, human interface, pulsating inputs, digital inputs, and in outputs you will see some processing unit with the help of audio alarm, visual alarm, display devices, relay modules, electric actuators, and hydraulic machines. Now, this is the embedded system, and we know, I think, about the embedded system. Embedded system is the combination of hardware plus software, and in this there are different microprocessor for the processing of the data. Data may be in the form of audio, image, text, and microcontroller providing the controller of the temperature, pollution, humidity, everything controlled by the microcontroller. And PLC module for the automations and field programming array. This is advanced devices to manage different types of tools and development work. And this is IoT communication module like GPS, Wi-Fi, satellite, LAN interface. This is for the providing the transfer of the data from one place to the another place. With the help of this communication tool, this is some kind of devices. If we are using some AR, MR devices like handset, in this set there will some computing devices like Arduino, Raspberry Pi, MC Node, Intel Edison. These devices working like a motherboard. Motherboard, in this we can attach some kind of input device. We can attach the output device so that we can produce some kind of results. These are different layers for the transmission of information like application, information processing layer, transmission layer, generation layer, to transmitting the data from one place to the another place. This is the IoT architecture. In this, you can see there and the left hand side there is devices. If you connect the devices with the internet, there need a connectivity. Then devices connect with the connectivity. Then devices transmit to the cloud. Then cloud to the application, so that we can process the information with the help of IoT. And this is IoT web interface. Like this is in this, you can see there is client with the help of application send the request to the internet, and after the internet the data will be transmitted to the web servers where we get the response of the request, so that we can produce some kind of result with the help of this model. This is IoT in the architecture form. In this, on the top, you can see there is server. Server will store the information of the user, information of the sensor, and then gateway to connect with the devices to provide the control. These are software and function of software to provide the connectivity to the user to the smart device. In this, you can see there are the HTTP. These are the protocol, and the protocol, the function of protocol to make connections of smart devices with the user, and data should be secure with the help of protocol. In this, there are two protocol, HTTP and QoF protocol for the transmission of the data. Now, software in IoT, software maybe in the Python. Python is a very popular language. In the Python, we can program any kind of devices. We can control with the help of Raspberry Pi device. And in this, there is embedded C. This is very popular language for the Arduino devices. We use embedded C language, and Java for the design of app for the IoT devices. Now, cloud computing. Now if we are using AR, VR, MR, and metaverse, we have to use cloud database. Cloud database provides the security of the data and provide the efficient data to the user. And from the standalone PC to cloud, this is like a of the cloud. In first phase, you can see in the first phase there was only standalone computer, no web interface, no cloud, nothing. Only computer having some magnetic disk, so that data can be processed by the app. In the second phase, you can see the web is attached to the computer. Now data can be accessed with the help of web browsers. Now in third phase, you can see now computer have provide some kind of cloud like Google Cloud. This cloud is used to store the information. And in fourth phase, now this is the present scenario. In present scenario, all devices like home, building, car, truck, bulb, AC, smart building, everything have to connect to the cloud. This is cloud plus IoT. This is the present scenario, and very demanding scenario. In this, you can see cloud difference with WSN. WSN wireless sensor network. In this, you can see there is different kinds of nodes. In this node, yeah, we can say sensor node. Sensor node directly transmits data to the user after aggregations. But there is problem. There is only one user. But if you use cloud, this is cloud, and with the help of cloud, all sensors can be controlled by multiple users. This is the application of cloud system. If we are using AR, VR system, then we need multiple users to control multiple applications, then we need cloud. But cloud having some problem, there is lots of delay and lack of security. Then there is invention of fog computing. Now fog computing is for provide the security. Now you can see in this slide, fog computing or fogging is some point by the Cisco. The idea of fog computing is to extend the cloud near to the IoT device. In this case, the cloud is approached to the IoT device, near to the IoT device, so that we can speedily transmit the data with the help of IoT device. This is the main purpose of fog devices. In this, you can see this is cloud on the top, and then fog, and then device. In this slide, you can see a device data not to transmit to the cloud, only have to transmit fog. This will speed up the operation. Now I will show in the architecture. Now in this, you can see this is fog computing. In the fog computing, these are different devices, and you know very well that the device data have to transfer to the cloud. After the processing, then data return to the devices. This is very time consuming. If you are using self-driving car, in self-driving car, you know very well, if there is high delay, then there will be accident. To avoid the accident, there is fog computing. In the device and cloud, there in between there is fog computing. You can see this is fog provided in the between the cloud and devices. Now device data have to transfer only to the fog and then return to the device. This will reduce the delay, and this will increase the efficiency. Like if we are using AR VR devices and we are creating some virtual IoT environment. In this case, we have to need speed up data so that we can process easily and provide some good result. This is the advantage of fog computing: provide security, low operation costs, reduce the unwanted accident, battery privacy. Now I will discuss about the metaverse. In short form, metaverse is beyond of thinking of the people, so that we can imagine anything. And metaverse is a combination of AR, VR, MR. Everything is merged in the metaverse. The metaverse is a virtual reality world where user can interact, game, and experience things and they would in the real world. The metaverse earned itself the reputation of the next chapter of the internet. Without internet, metaverse is not possible. Though, so that if you are going to create some physical environment with the help of metaverse, then there is need of internet. Traveling is popular activity, require hour of planning and training. With the help of metaverse, you can experience everything with the advanced technology. The metaverse can also revolutionize the entertainment industry. Many artists have already explored metaverse performance with record-breaking attendance levels. Now, virtual meal physically not exist, and some feature of virtual reality like replaces real world, immersive multimedia, reflective environments, and stimulate physical presence, allow interaction. First introduced in the 1950, pushing the gaming world and headset consumer market today. Now, this is the projected size of the AR and VR reality market to the present scenario. In this, you can see 2016, 6.1 billion US dollar, and in 2022, you can see 209.2 billion US dollar. This is the exponent form enhancement in the field of AR and VR present reality. In the VR has a multiple user of the education and entertainment field. These are some features in the AR VR field. These are the device in our college, in our lab. HTC Vive device, so that we can imagine, we can feel VR with the help of these devices. And this is Oculus, and this is me in the lab and experiencing some kind of experience in the field of AR VR technology. This is the turbo software. In the turbo software, we are designed Taj Mahal, where we can visit in the Taj Mahal with the help of this device. Now I will show a demonstration of this lab. This is my friend in this lab working as a assistant professor. Will describe about something about the AR VR in our Pied
Hello
College.
everyone, my name is Mohit. I'm working as an assistant professor in computer science department. So guys, today I'll let you know that what exactly is AR and VR technology and like what we can do, how we can make our career in AR and VR technology, and what are their application areas too, right? As you guys can see,
He will describe everything about the AR VR application use, how we can design, how can we can manage, and types of devices is present in our college for the students so that they can make any kinds of games and can create some healthcare applications.
there are lots of operatives are studying like has been placed over there. These are the gaming systems, as you can see, right? So this is a AR VR lab specifically designed for gaming applications or for educational purposes or for healthcare purposes. So it has a diverse number of applications. So guys, as you can see in my background, this is a VR studio, right? And the mentioned device is named HTC Vive. So through which what we can do exactly, what kind of applications we can develop, what kind of tools we require to develop applications. So I'm gonna let you know one by one. So we know, first of all, we know gaming systems. So the gaming.
This is gaming system, and this system having 32 GB RAM, which is high processor devices, so that student can design some kind of game for their future and can participate in some kind of competition.
Systems placed over there having graphic card, GTX graphic card, 32 GB RAM. So such kind of devices or i7 processor we need to develop AR VR games. Secondly, what we next thing require, like whatever we develop. So to develop those, after developing those games, so we need to see what we have developed, right? So to run those games, so we need a VR headset. So as you can see, guys, there's a VR headset in my hand. This is HTC Vive.
This is headset HTC Vive with a very good resolution. Provide the virtual environment with the help of high quality processor inside this, so that produce good results, so that student can generate good number of and good number of games, so that they can participate and can win some kind of project and positions.
Right. So what we can do with that, as I told you, that it has a diverse number of application areas. One of them, one of the potential areas is gaming. Right now we are experiencing for the entertainment purposes. But what else we can do with that? We can do like healthcare sector. Suppose while operating something, you doesn't need a body to see everything. So we can design each and every body part in the VR. So this is a first aspect. Second aspect, what we can do, like a chemical reaction, I wanted to see what kind of chemicals we're going to produce, what kind of fumes will come. So guys, such things we can visualize in VR technology. So guys, as if you wanted to make a career in VR technology or in gaming technology, or you wanted to experience such things, so PIDE is the only place, as you can see, in the northern area, none other college, none other universities like offering you such courses and without any cost. You just need to enroll yourself in BTech courses and
This is gaming system. I think I talked about the gaming system having 32 GB RAM and augmented reality, as already discussed in the last slide. This provides the physical and some kind of environment that augmented at the real world, the blended digital physical world. And these are some kind of handset, Oculus Rift, HTC Vive. This is Samsung Gear providing the virtual environment. This is Google Cardboards. This is VR with extended features, Sony PS4. and Google Glasses, Microsoft launch. Now, mixed reality, as the name suggests, mixed reality, the combination of AR and VR, providing the metaverse quality. Now, in this scenario, you can see this is IoT scenario. This is IoT plus AR. In this mobile phone, you can see that there is AR viewers there. With the help of this scenario, we can switch on and off any kind of object, like we can switch on and off bulb, AC, everything with the help of AR plus IoT. Now in this scenario, you can see multiple applications, like if there is a smart home. In smart home, this is connected to the cloud database. Cloud database provides the information of the sensor, information of the user, so that everyone can control with the help of AR, VR devices, all the application of homes. And in my research work, I am also try to introduce, I also merging my IoT technology with AR so that I can uh, publish many papers. Like I already published around 50 to 60 paper in the field of Scopus and SCI journals. And hopefully I will make some difference with the help of IoT in the field of AR and VR. Thank you, ma'am. Time is very much limited, so I conclude very fast.
Thank you. Great, Dr. Arun Rana. You know, I was really watching carefully, but honestly, I would need to have, I would need to also watch it and listen it again. But and I want to say this, our great Dr. Aaron, he every day
Yeah.
you can see he has a new article, new research. He's an inventor. I'm monitoring the patents from or in Germany and India.
Yes,
So
yes. I love research,
a
ma'am.
lot of patents he's making, and this amazing lab,
Today I also published one patent with Germany government.
I know you don't need to say, I know today, tomorrow, day after, we will see a your new things. You will post it. So we are really proud, and a man can even you can't imagine that you have this kind of lab. We see you how you are sitting, how are you inventing that new things about the internet of things, about the metaverse, about AR, VR, MR, and then you today covered all the topics. You say Internet of Things, cloud computing, and Internet of Things, big fog computing, metaverse, virtual reality, augmented reality. You tell us how technologies are keeping the experience and how will be used. I like with the Mobitel, from your research, what you show us the physical object, how it is connecting, how it is attaching, what the camera is doing, how many control buttons we have, what is the AR viewer there, and what is the Internet Things viewer. Your applications, services, how to manage with data. So this is really a big job. I can say that. So it is when we call our doctor, Arun always said, I'm working, I'm in the train. He's always writing, thinking, inventing. So, so big clap for
Thank
him.
you. Thank
Not
you very
only
much.
Yes, not only for him, because we need to repeat the names of our great of all our great speakers today. So let's start. First, I want to say today an amazing and unique event, the international webinar on the topic Immersive Learning with VR and AR, jointly organized by Global Educators Forum, International Internship University, the Policy Times, and World Education Council. First, I want to thanks to our great, eminent global speakers, our experts. Professor Samir Mukherjee, thank you. Dr. Shaikh Muhammad, thank you. Dr. Pramod Mukherjee, thank you. Our respected Dr. Vargas couldn't join us, and also Oyil. Professor Karudin, great, thank you. My dear Professor Rachana, thank you. And Dr. Arun Kumar, thank you. I really need to say to each of you, thank you, because this was today for me. We have 10 events. We had almost 10 events. All were great. But today, for me, this was really a special event because we whole time we were learning new things, very important things, which is our reality. Thanks to you, our lovely audience, for being with us, for being a part of this great webinar. All you keep reflecting, learning, collaborating, enjoying. Continue to be nice and continue to be yourself. Also, I want to say that we are coming very soon with a new events, and the new events will be the first event, I can say the first event on the world. The first event on the world, it will be the metaverse, and it will be organized by Global Educators Forum, International Internship University, in IIU Research Center, the Policy Times, the World Education Council. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, monitor us, please. I'm sure that if you were not with us from the beginning, please watch this, like this, share this, because there are not a lot of opportunities to hear this, to see this. So I will, this was recording the whole time. The video will be made. So I think that we today had an amazing session. So thank you, our great Professor Pradipta Mandal. A big clap for him because he really puts a lot of efforts in this. And it was not easy to get with us our great Dr. Samir. Because I think that we are happy that we have an opportunity to learn how to make a VR film. Am I right, Professor Samir? Please tell something at the end.
I think is the flag of the night. If I use any single word, they will kill me. So I don't want to continue anymore.
Okay. Okay.
Very much for this opportunity. And I hope near future also we will do this kind of session, but I will not take this much of time. I'm really sorry. I do not know. Somebody have to ask me that, hey.
No, Professor Samir, no, sorry. Each 1 second was useful and we learn a lot. Here is Professor Rachana.
Yes,
our
we learn.
Whole time from the beginning. Dr. Inga was from the beginning. Professor Karudin, we were here from the start. Now it is in my country 6:15 p.m. So we are here together 4 hours, full 4 hours. Listen, 6 eminent speakers and 4 hours.
In my country, it's 12:15 in the morning now.
I know. in India, it is
9:45.
Yes.
9:45 in India.
9:45, yes. So I here put little gallery to make a great photo. Please, please, Dr. Shaikh, can you open your camera, Dr. Pramod?
Yes, already open.
Please, yes. Arun Rana, please, Dr. Arun Rana. Camera. I think he had a bad net. Yeah. Okay. Oh, great. Let's make a photo. Big smile. Great. Okay. We come to the end. Thanks to all. Bye-bye. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we see very soon again with our great eminent speakers again, and we will learn, grow, and share. That is our mission. That is why we are educators. I'm finishing. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nag.
Thank you all for this great session. Thank you. And I want to say that our Sir Piyush is really busy, and he would enjoy listening and being here, and he promised that next time he will be with us on 11, remember the date, 11 September. 11 September, we are again together. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Congratulations, everyone.